Good evening, everyone. Whoever's on live stream, watching us on our YouTubes.
Yes. How are you all doing tonight? I hope you're all having a lovely day. And yeah, we have much to discuss.
Definitely, especially with the fact that this is going to be a fun one. Again, more React videos and stuff. Plus, we also have a bunch of new news to bring up, especially with the fact that we have a lot of stuff when it comes to DCTVA, as well as, what was it? Max and the MidKnights also. I heard that we're going to be reviewing that tonight.
Yes, and I have been waiting to talk about this show because ever since it was announced to be on Nickelodeon, I was super hyped by the fact that Nickelodeon is putting in more variety in their shows. But they're putting more shows besides SpongeBob and Loud House. So
all right, let's get it started. All right, let's get things started here, shall we? All right. Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to an all-new episode of the Anination Podcast, literally the episode before Thanksgiving. So first off, I want to give you all a very happy Thanksgiving to everybody who's watching tonight.
Yes, what is up, Anination World? How y'all doing tonight? And yes, just as Nate said, happy early Thanksgiving to y'all. We just want to start off by saying we are so thankful for the viewers, the fans, and those who watch and listen to our podcast. We are entirely thankful for each and every one.
Yeah, definitely each one of you who have been subscribing and been watching our videos throughout all this time. It's been over a year since we started this podcast, and it has been successful so far. We definitely want to reach that 1,000 subscriber goal by the end of the year, but it's been up and down. But it's okay.
Yeah,
we're just here just to give up all of our news and have the fun times and stuff.
Yes, it's a huge milestone, and we know that it's gonna be take more time. As much time to get to that point, but in the meantime, we're just doing this for the funs and giggles.
Yeah,
and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, we always meet up every week to talk about things about the animation and stuff. Plus, we talk about video games and things like that. But yeah. Anyways, this is always our intro. So, Meet, how was your week been?
My week has been pretty fun. So the past week I've been celebrating. Coincidentally, the past week I've been to Dave & Buster's twice to celebrate two of my friends' birthdays.
What's going on with you and Dave & Buster's? Why is it always Dave & Buster's? Why not another place like Round One, for example?
Last Tuesday and last Friday was when I went. Mm-hmm. So going to Friday, so I was celebrating my friend John's birthday. Mm. It was
was that where I saw the images of you on a bar watching the Warrior game or something?
Watching the Warrior game and watching the boring as hell fight.
I don't know why you ended up watching that Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight.
It was, oh my god, okay, now that particular night was fun, okay, the games, the food, the company, all that was good, but the goddamn fight was so boring. It was lackluster.
No, it was 7 rounds, 1 minute each, and it was just pretty much an old man fighting a stupid guy.
Yeah. And also, this is a fight that got the crowds, got Dave & Buster's so crowded. We weren't able to...
Wow, it was really that crowded?
It was so crowded, we weren't able to get a table at Dave & Buster's, so we had to go to Jollibee's instead to get food.
Hey, what's wrong with Jollibee's?
I mean, okay, not Jollibee's, but it's more along the lines of the food court where Jollibee's is.
That's not... Jollibee's on the food court.
No, Dave & Buster's. We went to Dave & Buster's at Daly City, San Francisco.
Oh, what the heck? I thought, because I was like, wait a minute, there's another Dave & Buster's in, down south where I'm living at.
My friend wanted to go to the Daly City one, so...
It's kind of far from you over here. Interesting.
It is pretty interesting. I even brought it up to him, hey, why don't we just go to the Milpitas one? And to which he said, that they have friends that, live closer to the Daly City address.
Was that a big? Well, did you have to drive all the way over to the Daly City Dave & Buster's?
My friend John drove us.
Okay, so at least he got a carpool, so that's not bad.
Yeah. But needless to say, it was definitely worth the drive. We got to play some games. We got to watch the fight, and we even got to shout and scream during the fight match, pretty much boo Jake Paul.
Yeah, of course.
I was rooting for Mike Tyson, by the way. I hate Jake Paul.
Yeah, I was rooting for Mike Tyson as well, but then I was doing a podcast at the same time the fight was going on, so it's weird because we were literally recording the podcast, and a lot of folks were literally some of the folks that are on the podcast were even watching the fight as it goes along. And I'm I'm watching a Kings game while you guys are just watching the fight, okay?
So needless to say, you were not missing out on much.
I don't think I was. Just because I just remember hearing a lot of rumors saying it was all boring. It was not worth the money.
Oh, God. Yeah. Netflix did not deliver from this at all. Actually, speaking of Netflix, I want to touch upon Saturday. Now, Saturday, like Netflix may have delivered me such a boring slog of a fight, but I was pretty much watching, four amazing shows simultaneously. Like, oh my gosh, Netflix, like, it's been a Netflix buffet for me in terms of like entertainment. So I've been binge watching the newest episodes of Cobra Kai. Nice. I was watching Fairly Odd Parents and You Wish. I was watching newest episode Dan to Dan, and of course I've been watching Ranma 1/2, the remake as well. So yeah, like. Oh, and also Arcane.
I'm gonna say, you better not be missing out on Arcane. It's been good so far.
Arcane has been. Arcane never misses. Arcane never misses. It is peak Netflix.
It's been like one of the best best shows out there for sure. Cobra Kai. I know that a lot of people really wanted to see the new volume, but you have to wait till next year for the next volume.
Yeah, we have to wait until a few months, like early 2025 technically.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I know a lot of people are saying like, oh man, I'm bummed. But then like for Arcane folks, you have literally this weekend for the final part of Arcane.
Oh yeah, the way Arcane structures its episodes, the way it schedules it, is that they pretty much show them in the entire month of November. You have 3 episodes per week.
Yeah. So. Another thing that I also wanted to bring up, at least you were able to watch it on in a public place for the Jake Paul fight. I know a lot of people wasn't able to watch it because of the whole streaming and lagging that was going on. Have you heard about that?
I actually haven't. But
really? That has been the problem. I thought it was like headline news that nobody was able to actually watch the Jake Paul Tyson fight because of the lag that Netflix had.
I mean, the most I did hear was that people had to pay. You don't
have to pay. You literally just go on Netflix and watch it.
I mean, like whenever you would go to a bar, you have to like pay the cover to watch the fight.
Oh, did you do that?
No. Dave & Buster's actually does it for free. Like,
okay, I know that, but I'm like, who the heck pays cover for a Netflix show?
No, it's not a Netflix show. It's Netflix fight.
Either way. I mean, like, still, what would you pay that? You have a Netflix account. You can just literally watch it there.
Yeah, but some people want the experience of watching the public place, whereas others want to watch.
Well, you did. Place. You did.
And to be honest, I didn't really care about the fight in the first place. I don't really watch much boxing. I was just there to celebrate my friend's birthday.
And you just watched the Warrior game. The Warrior game was also there too.
The Warrior game was also there, and it was a dub. It was more than happy to collect. Like the Warriors won that, so.
And the Kings lost the overtime game against the T-Wolves. Fuck the Kings. We're gonna be better. We could be better. Anyways, now continue.
And then later on Saturday, my mom had some guests over, and we had a nice dinner, and then later on at night, I was playing Mario Party Jamboree with the group, and we played King Bowser's Keep. It was absolute hell. Like, oh my god, King Bowser's Keep pissed me off so much because Imposter Bowser especially.
Is that a course or is that like a game mode?
It's actually King Bowser's Keep is a board game that is rated to be like the hardest board game of the entire game of Jamboree. Okay,
interesting. So, yeah. Interesting.
You'll see why. And then on Sunday, actually, like we met up on Sunday.
Yeah, we did meet up on Sunday for you set up the Friendsgiving.
I set up the Friendsgiving.
Why are we celebrating Thanksgiving stuff early? That's my question.
Just in case, because the reason why Friendsgiving exists is so that we can celebrate with friends, like have our own Thanksgiving tradition before we celebrate with our families.
Yeah.
Because when it comes to Thanksgiving, you usually celebrate with your family first and foremost.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, I just thought that we had a nice little get together, and also a friend of ours is traveling to Vietnam for about a month or two with the family. So yeah.
Yeah, that's true. She's heading off to Vietnam, and that's why we did our Friendsgiving early. So yeah, it makes sense.
We do wish her safe travels too.
Yeah, I wish her safe travels. And then she's gonna be there for a month or two just for hanging out with family, and also working from home too. And I really like that whole thing about working from home.
Oh god, I envy those that work from home. I wish I could do that.
I wish you can, yeah, like us, for example.
But no, I have to go all the way like 20-30 minutes of work, like from my place to the exact office, like every time, like commute from work to home. It's like
yeah. It's okay. At least you're getting money. That's what matters. But yeah, for me, my weekend, I'm mostly at home visiting my mom before Thanksgiving break happens. We already have a plan of like what's gonna be happening happening Thanksgiving because my sister's coming back home for the weekend. She's actually coming back home this Sunday, so she has the advantage of actually working from home for until Thanksgiving Day.
Oh, very nice.
So she's coming home. She'll be hanging out. I'm actually still going to be over in my house just to rest for a bit. I have to pick her up eventually on Sunday just to bring her to my mom's house, then head back to my house to work the last 3 days until Thanksgiving begins.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Yeah. Work has been busy also. Fuck. I'm like, I didn't expect like things to get too crazy, especially when Thanksgiving is about to begin, because I understand people want to get their projects done before that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never expected myself to just be in a busy state at the moment. So that's why, today I was a little bit late coming over here. So.
Yeah, I totally get it. And you know what? Thanksgiving is one of my favorite my favorite holiday. One of the reasons being is that it is a holiday for full-time employees who work Monday to Friday, because we get not just 3-day weekend, we got a 4-day weekend.
Okay.
We get Thursday off, Friday off, Saturday off, Sunday off.
Do you have, like, when Christmas to New Year's happen, do you have that whole week off?
No, we just have Christmas off and New Year's Day off.
Oh, wait, not even New Year's Eve?
New Year's Eve as well. I'll check on New Year's Eve.
Oh, interesting. Even Christmas Eve?
We don't have Christmas Eve.
Oh,
off.
that sucks. Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's Christmas Day and New Year's Day. Hoping New Year's Eve. Hoping. So,
interesting. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to brag on the holidays. All I'm just saying is like, you get it. The 4-day weekend is one thing, but then I can't wait for the Christmas to New Year's weekend, because some people actually don't work those that whole week.
Yeah, that's exactly why I love Thanksgiving week, for the reason I just mentioned. So.
Yeah, and also Black Friday football, since you have a Raider game going on over there.
Yeah, Black Friday football. Hope my Raiders win.
Yes.
But you know what? I don't have much faith in them.
Speaking of which,
like 2-8.
Let's actually catch up. This is where we go into our NFL segment here and talk about our football teams. Your team's your team. I don't know what, but against the Dolphins, and they're also having a losing record. Yeah.
Don't forget, we lost the Panthers also. It's not a good sign.
Yeah, you also I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, remember?
I don't remember that. I just remember not picking from that because I just don't know who was going to be winning that one. But then again, when you look back at our game for the 49ers, we sucked too. And I don't know what the heck happened. We could have won the game if we didn't give them a touchdown.
Yeah, also, like, aren't you the team that went to
we went to the Super Bowl. Yes, we went to the Super Bowl.
You went to the Super Bowl.
You went to the Super Bowl. Don't remind me just because we're now sucking. And
how could you have fallen from there,
injuries and a bunch of other things.
Yeah, you were at a disadvantage.
I don't care. I don't know. We're just not looking great. The freaking Redbirds are winning the division right now. So
yeah, I'm
not happy. I'm not happy with the Niners. Hopefully we beat the Packers this weekend, by the way. Thank you, Packers, for saving my freaking ass. Yeah, last week. Oh my God. Thank you, Packers.
Field goal, man.
Thank you, Packers. Oh my God.
The Bears literally pulled a Kansas City.
Yes, because Packers pulled the Kansas City.
Yeah, because. Okay, yeah, they blocked the field goal, yeah.
Yeah, Packers blocked the field goal. No, so if you didn't know the story, me and another friend of ours are currently in a pool, and the prize is big money. The issue is that I was literally about to get eliminated because we both picked Packers, and if he won, it was already over. But thankfully, that whole blocked field goal happened. I'm still alive, and I think the whole pool was just in shock with the fact that, like, oh my God, he's still alive! What the hell? Oh damn!
That dude was ready to claim his prize.
I know. We met up on that Sunday too, and I'm like, I think Robert was a little bit upset that he couldn't get it this week.
Yeah, he was so ready. It's like we all thought it was over, but apparently not.
Yeah. Because I kind of knew like when it was gonna happen. Like I think I'm gonna be a little bit disappointed, but at the same time, I'm like, okay. If anything, we don't really talk about that whole pool. Me and Robert are kind of our own thing right now, and now it's just between us until maybe Christmas when we meet up again.
Yeah, imagine if you guys make it to Christmas, be like, holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, they're the only two that's surviving right now, and I'm okay with it. So I've also been looking at his picks, and then I have my picks as well, and I have a pretty straightforward path to go if there are no upsets happening in the weeks,
Yeah. Hey, listen, I do wish you the best luck in that while you're still surviving.
Yeah, I definitely can't. I can't believe it. Oh my God, Packers! Thank you very much. Just thank you very much for that.
Oh my God, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, I mean, when you saw that, by the way, when you saw that block shot, like that block field goal,
my mind was blown. I was like, the Packers really did that. The Packers really did that. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, like, I think your brother was also pretty shocked too.
We were all shocked.
Yeah.
But I did see my brother celebrating as well. Like, like he was cheering that the Packers blocked the field goal. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with our episode. And let's actually start off with our first impression segment. Brand new Nickelodeon cartoon just dropped a couple weeks ago. It's from the people who made Big Nate, or AKA the book creator who made Big Nate. Also had a brand new cartoon that just came out on Nickelodeon, and it's called Max and the MidKnights.
Max and the MidKnights, let's go!
I say MidKnights, sorry about that.
No, think midnight.
Yeah,
midnight.
yeah. No. I watched second episode and it was midnight. Like they're not the nights, they're calling MidKnights. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of clever word phrases right there.
Yes.
All right, so yes, we are now going to give our first impressions of Max and the MidKnights. So, I mean, when you first heard about this book series coming to Nickelodeon, how was your response when it came to it?
Now, here's something I got to bring up. Prior to Max and the MidKnights being announced to be on Nickelodeon, I have not read the book series, nor have I really heard of the series itself. But I was for sure really excited for this because Nickelodeon definitely needs this, because Nickelodeon needs more variety. And the more variety in Nickelodeon, the better, because we need more shows than just SpongeBob and Loud House. So this was definitely something that looked very promising, and it's something that can fill up the table in terms of Nickelodeon.
I thought, first off, I heard about this show, I think a couple weeks before it first debuted over at Nickelodeon on YouTube. But I also did notice the fact that, like, the art style looks very familiar to Big Nate.
Yeah.
And then I realized, oh, snap, they actually were both created by the same book creator.
And it makes all the more sense. Not only that, but Max and the MidKnights and Big Nate they share a similar tone. They share similar humor. They share similar cast of kid characters. Like, you know how both shows focus on
that's
kid
true, because
characters.
like Big Nate, it's obviously Big Nate, just like him, like, you know, being the leader and everything. And then you have Max, who's this like tomboy feminine girl who's like trying to be like the leader of the group, trying to rescue his uncle and trying to save Bijovia.
Yeah, and I gotta say, Max and the MidKnights, when I first watched this, like when I first watched the first 2 episodes, I was enthralled by this. I was actually having quite fun with it because of its fourth wall breaking humor, which is pretty hilarious, and you got this rockin' music soundtrack, which it blends rock and roll with this.
I find it odd just because it's like it's supposed to be in the medieval ages, and then you have rock and roll literally as the the soundtrack for this particular show.
I think it's because they want to emphasize and empower the girl power aspect of Max and the MidKnights, because of the fact of how Max is this tomboy fighter who wants to be a knight, and so did she
want to be a knight? It just feels like she wanted to be a knight because she wanted to rescue her uncle.
She wanted. Now, being a knight is something that she's been wanting to become even before her uncle got kidnapped, because she wants to be a fighter. She wants to fight monsters.
Not be like a jester or whatever her uncle was doing.
Her uncle. So what her uncle was is that basically, her uncle was a troubadour, and what a troubadour is that they go around in each village and they perform songs in order to collect money. But the problem is that Uncle Budrick isn't really the best singer in the town, in the village. In fact, he actually kind of sucks at it, which is why they get chased. Max and Budrick get chased around, like, out of the villages because they can't stand his singing. So one by one, things don't go well for the duo.
Yeah, that actually happened from that first episode too, because I get to see like how Max and the uncle again was Budrick.
Uncle Budrick.
Yeah, how those two ended up like becoming to be. But we also do get to see in the second episode, apparently she was like an adopted child. So
she was an adopted child, and they've been together ever since.
Yeah, this is quite interesting. So if anything, again, we're gonna break down like everything that's going on in this show, because there's just a lot to talk about when it comes to it. So let's actually start it off with the first topic that we have here is the story, because it's set. This whole cartoon, as you see, is set in the Middle Ages. About 10-year, this series talks about this 10-year-old girl named Max who resides in the kingdom of Bijovia. Actually, did she reside in Bijovia? I think she literally just moved into Bijovia.
She moved in. She moved into Bijovia, and she's been there in the kingdom of Bijovia ever since. Like she didn't stay there for life, but they have, like, in the context of the show, Max and her uncle end up going to Bijovia, and they've been staying ever since.
Yeah. Now the kingdom is ruled by this king called King Ghastly, who abuses his power and makes the residents in the kingdom miserable. After Uncle Budget gets imprisoned by Ghastly, Max forms his own group of friends, and they all grow through obstacles like the Royal Guards and monstrous beasts to battle King Ghastly's dictatorship. So that's the whole premise of Max at the MidKnights. So what are your thoughts on the whole premise of the show?
I really dig this premise because it's definitely a unique take on the Middle Ages, because it shows this kid friendly environment in terms of how the Middle Ages presented Max the MidKnights. It gives us this It gives us this fun, lighthearted atmosphere, while at the same time shows this dark element of Bijovia, and especially when it's people by King Ghastly, like everything is miserable there.
So I think the first thing that comes up is the fact that in the first couple of scenes from the show, we get to see Max and Budrick, both of them just doing their doing their thing, going through towns and just entertaining people.
Yeah.
That is until they go to Bijovia, and apparently we get to see a lot more story in Bijovia, because apparently Budrick was from Bijovia and then just left Bijovia.
Yeah, it's because Budrick. Now Budrick said that Bijovia is the kingdom in which boys learn to become knights, and Budrick didn't want to be a knight.
Which makes sense. I mean, he didn't have the freedom to actually become a knight himself, so he just wanted to move out just for it. If that's the rule of that particular kingdom, then yes. Then move out or something.
Max, however, has a completely different outlook in terms of being a knight, because she wants to be a knight herself. But the problem is that due to the Middle Ages, and this is something even the show presents, that the show brings up as well, is that since Max is a girl, she's unable to become a knight, but it's her determination. It's her being driven by her goal to become a knight that, pushes her through the course of the story.
Right. So far from the story, I just see from the first two episodes I saw from the story, it just tells me there's more into the story, because general, you get to see what Bijovia is, and you get to see who King Ghastly is and what he has done to Bijovia, and why we need a person like Max to come into the story so that she can save Bijovia at the same time, also save her uncle. And who knows how the story is gonna go, because it's more of her leading this three group of friends to pretty much rescue her uncle, and then also save whatever is going on by Bijovia, and a bunch of other things happening. Again, I don't know the book series, but it's kind of feeling that way.
It pretty much is. And even if you haven't read the book series, let's say you've only watched the show like we have, this is still a great introduction to the entire lore of Max and the MidKnights overall.
Yeah, the particular things that happen in this show is the fourth wall breaking. Kind of reminds me of what Lincoln Loud does, to talk to the audience. Max does this a lot, by the way, in the first two episodes. So what are your thoughts about this whole fourth wall breaking that she's doing?
The whole fourth wall breaking really does add to the humor that is presented in Max and the MidKnights. That while, yes, it is a Middle Ages show, a Middle Ages kids show, it finds a way to sort of make fun of itself. It finds a way to make you feel like, okay, this is a humorous kids show at the end of the day, despite the fact it takes place in the Middle Ages. This is similar to Dave the Barbarian, where Dave the Barbarian is a show that cartoon that takes place in the Middle Ages, but it has some fourth wall breaking humor too.
Why would you even bring up Dave the Barbarian? I think this is a little bit better than Dave the Barbarian.
It's debatable.
Debatable. I'm sorry. This is much better.
Hey, look! I love Dave the Barbarian. Okay, I'm just saying, Max and the MidKnights could be better than Dave the Barbarian. Who knows? But it's still too early to tell, because we're into 2 or 3 episodes of the show.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like there's so much story when it comes to Max and the MidKnights right now. Just telling me this is gonna be something good coming up. Yeah,
absolutely. The moment I've seen the first 2 episodes, I was already engaged with it. I was already like, okay, you got my attention, I'm gonna watch this all the way through. And unfortunately, the episodes do air on Wednesdays, so it's during the time when we're doing these we're doing recordings.
Yeah, you'll watch the new episode after. I hope you got it recorded on your DVR or something.
I do, so
yeah.
So I'm gonna be watching it right after. So
okay, so yes, Max So my thoughts about Max and the fourth wall breaking. I like her characterism, just because she's like her characteristics are actually really like how do you explain it? Like very tomboyish for sure.
Yeah.
Like she is very funny when it comes to like the fourth wall breaking that comes up. And she gives out some important facts. She's being sarcastic. She's like really funny, I would say.
Yeah.
When it comes to like, you know, teaching the audience about what's going on and like her story and what's happening in Bijovia, etc.
Yeah, and she's actually the first in Bijovia to stand up to the evil King Ghastly himself, because everyone in Bijovia is afraid of the dude.
Uh-huh.
But you see Max, Max sees King Ghastly treating Simon and Millie with, you know, such harsh contempt despite the fact that they're kids. And then Max stands up to King Ghastly, like kind of like standing up to a bully and be like, hey, back off.
Well, I'm just saying about the whole fourth wall breaking and my thoughts about the fourth wall breaking. Yeah.
Yeah, and the fourth wall breaking, like along with Max being very humorous, a very funny character in the show, she's also, it also blends together. She combines it with her courage, her bravery.
Mm-hmm. Well, it looks like she was actually a courageous girl herself. I mean, have you seen like in the first episode where she like tried to evade like those villagers that are trying to chase them down?
Yes.
And she does all this stuff like in the back and then gets back into the cart and stuff. And she looks like she's a kick-ass person too. I mean, like with all the things that she's been learning, how to run, get back into the cart, like using the trees and like using acrobatic skills and stuff. And I'm like, wow, where have you learned that?
Yeah, and she was even able to knock out a thief, because there was also a thief that tried to rob Max and Budrick. But before he could do so, Max knocks him out hardcore with the rock.
Yeah. I'm just saying that she's very great character. Again, we're going to talk about the characters later.
Yes.
Yeah. But yes, that's one thing that was kind of particular when it comes to this show, is just that there is fourth wall breaking, which kind of gets, you know, like Loud House vibes, right?
it sort of does. It's more like Big Nate vibes. Is this
Big Nate actually does the same thing too?
Big Nate has done. I think he's done some fourth wall breaking here and there. I haven't watched much Big Nate in comparison to Max and MidKnights, so I've seen some Big Nate. It's fine for what it is. But I feel Max and MidKnights is superior.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't know in particular. We just only watched 2 episodes, dude. Yeah. One thing about this particular show is the fact that there is a huge soundtrack when it comes to it. Like every kind of like important scene in this show has a soundtrack, has a song that kind of sounds badass and things like that. How do you like the songs that gets displayed in the show?
I do like that the songs are, it's a combination of, you got some songs that are rock and roll metal, which like I said, does emphasize.
I would say rock and roll, not metal. Metal would be like really hardcore. I just feel like it's more like, you know, hardcore rock, and it's kind of like, you know, something that you hear from like those poppy like rock bands.
Like hardcore rock may have an awkward blend in a Middle Ages show, but again,
that's what I was kind of thinking too, because it's like, wait a minute, this is medieval. Are we supposed to be like, you know, like having those little like fancy tunes that you hear from the classical days instead of actually hearing rock and roll? And I'm like, well, this kind of like changes it up a little bit, right? When it comes to the mix of the soundtrack or the background sounds that they have over there.
But like I said, there could be an argument that the hard rock, songs do help emphasize Max's, girl power vibe, but there's also the blend of, folklore songs, folk songs.
That's what I'm trying to think about too, because I'm like, if we're going to go back into the Middle Ages, there should be some like folklore songs like you're talking about. But then most of the soundtrack has mostly been just hardcore rock and roll, which I thought was pretty cool, because like during an action scene, you get to hear the rock and roll vibe happen, where you get to see like Max and the MidKnights literally all going out doing their own missions and stuff. And you hear that rock and roll music come along, it just makes it feel pretty like, intense. Like, oh my God, this is something exciting.
Yeah, and you just can't help but, headbang to it. It's those hardcore rock songs, you just can't help but, headbang to it. And it keeps you engaged when you watch the action scenes in Max and the MidKnights. It really does emphasize the action scenes so well.
Yeah, and again, I think if anything, like, people might get a little bit weirded out with the fact that rock and roll's in a medieval show, but it does work out. I think it works out in the end, because like, you really want to see like the badassness that, like, I want to see all those action scenes have a little bit of like, emphasis on it.
Yeah, and there's also some musical Broadway as well, because this is one song because this is one song that the Bijovians sing in this
I
musical
don't
Broadway
get that. That was weird. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, why y'all in sync about an introduction song about a town?
Yeah, and I think like it's a mixture of I like how the soundtrack is a blend of all kinds of genres, from hardcore rock to medieval ages folklore song, which is most appropriate, and then there's also this like musical number. I'm thinking to myself, are we getting more musical numbers in the future of the show?
I will not be surprised about it. I mean, like, can we have more like plays and stuff? I imagine plays that will have like some musical numbers and stuff here and there. But yeah, I mean, that's things that are kind of standing out when it comes to the story as well as the whole entire show itself. Anything else that stands out to you when it comes to the show?
Yes, I just like to say there are some things about the series that stands out to me the most, and there's also how like the animation. If you look at the animation, it's very well crafted.
That's later.
Oh, okay, I'm saying like how like the world building. If you look at the world building of of the Max and the Midnights, you look at the world building of Bijovia, it definitely looks pretty legit.
What do you mean by world building?
The world building of the world of Max and the Midnights, we see different villages and you see the landscapes.
Yeah. But then again, the first 2 episodes only was about Bijovia. That's it. The only thing that's new was a new village that they passed by, and I feel like it's just a village that we're not going to see again.
Yeah, and I know that we're talking about the animation later on, but to answer your question, is there anything else about the series that stands out to me the most? It's that's my answer.
Yeah. One thing I want to bring up is the fact that like there is some common thing. There are like some common new thing. Sorry, I don't know how to explain this because like I remember there's this one scene where like a character in the show is retired. And he literally goes into a retirement home, and it's like a literal retirement home where he literally just like plays bingo with like old folks, as well as watching TV. And I'm like, TV in the medieval ages? What the heck?
Yeah. Apparently, this wizard, this wizard could somehow like travel through time as well, because the television doesn't take place.
Like, I know we're trying to be like funny. That's one thing, but like, to have a TV in a freaking medieval show, like I get it, it's funny, but like it kind of weirded me out. I'm like, what? Maybe I'm just being too legit here or something like that. But I do like the gag. I do like the gags that they're having in the shows. That's one thing I also wanted to point out, that there's some pretty funny gags that happen in the show, and I think it's pretty good that they're actually making the comedy aspect of the show like really legit.
They really are. There's some pretty laugh out loud moments, especially amongst the group as well.
So let's actually move ahead and actually talk about the characters of the show. There's a bunch of characters that are already popping up from the first 2 episodes, but let's actually talk about these characters in particular. Let's actually start off with the main heroine, Max, who is a fierce 10-year-old girl who dreams about becoming a knight despite taking place during the Middle Ages. Your impressions on Max so far?
My impressions on Max so far is that she's a pretty kick-ass girl. I really do like her, and her determination to become a knight and stand up to the evils of tyranny in Bijovia. Now, of course, a tomboy wanting to be a knight or be a fighter is nothing new. I mean, I've seen that kind of trope before, like Arya Stark for Game of Thrones. But this is done in a way that's it's a nice blend of her adventurous actiony side, and there's also the humorous side of Max.
I don't think we have much girl power shows in a while. I might be wrong actually, because we just had Owl House and Amphibia. Yeah, I know, but like then again, Disney TVA does a lot when it comes to girl power shows. What about Nickelodeon? Did we have any girl power shows on Nickelodeon? I don't think so.
I mean, you could argue Fairly Odd Parents and You Wish, because Hazel.
Okay, yes, but I think that's one of the. Again, look back before Fairly Odd Parents and You Wish. How about the characters that led before that? You got Lincoln, you got SpongeBob, you have the people from Rock Paper Scissors, you have Big Nate. Look, they're mostly guys, right?
Yeah.
So why don't we have a main a main heroine actually come into a show and actually lead their like troupe into like a big show like this? And I kind of do like Max being like a really awesome like kick-ass girl at the moment. She's knowing how to protect herself, how to protect her friends, and like trying she has a goal in mind and she wants to get it done as soon as possible. Yes. And she could be able to like I remember from the second episode, she was gonna go by herself to go and rescue her uncle, but thankfully, like her friends came along and look, they at least were able to see him before they mission failed.
Yeah, because like Budrick did once live in Bijovia, now he's coming back again. So you definitely see Budrick and Max you see them with the Bijovians, and it's a way to introduce us to Bijovia. So yeah, it's and then you see the introduction of more characters later on. So
okay, sure. Let's actually talk about Simon then, who is an orphan who serves as an advisor for Mac. Okay, so when I first saw Simon, he was like about to get arrested with like what, being barefoot and stuff. But with his sister, right? Millie's his sister.
Millie and Simon are friends, I believe, but
yes. I don't know. I thought they were like brother and sister or something because they both were about to get arrested.
They both were about to get arrested for being barefoot, and apparently being barefoot is one of the things that is banned in Bijovia.
That's weird. Like, then again, Bijovia, I mean, we'll talk about Bijovia later. I'm just saying, like, this Simon kid is just a random orphan that was about to get arrested, and then after he gets rescued by Max, then they help Max out in trying to escape from the guards and stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty much a nice return the favor sort of thing.
Yeah. And I don't have much when it comes to Simon because usually he's just like some random guy that just literally get picked up from like being rescued and stuff. Again, not much I can say about Simon, but one thing I also did find familiar when it comes to Simon, does he sound familiar to you?
Yes. Zena Robinson. I was like, wait, Remy's in this show.
I just hear the
Remy's
voice. I hear the voice and I'm like, Remington?
It is Remy Remington, yes.
Because he definitely sounds familiar. It definitely sounds familiar like Remy, and I'm like, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah, it's if you never looked up the cast list, you definitely would have guessed it was Zena Robinson if you watched Big City Greens.
Well, Big City Greens, Owl House, he's been in so many roles, even Pokemon. I mean, dude, like the guy is everywhere, and I can't believe he's actually a part of Max and the MidKnights. And now it makes me like more interested in this character.
Yeah, just by the fact of it's Remy Remington in medieval times. Like,
yeah.
It's Remy's ancestor.
I feel like, again, like there was nothing much to talk about with him for the first 2 episodes to me.
Yeah, other than the fact that like he's this orphan who serves as an advisor for Max, and he's also a voice of reason. Now, of course, you can argue that technically it's Kevin that's also this because he's the brainless.
I did really put the description for Simon, by the way.
Yeah, so that's all I can say about Simon's is that he's pretty much, like I said before, he's pretty much the rational one. He's a rational guy.
Look, there was nothing big about him when I was watching those first 2 episodes. So again, we'll look at Simon eventually, but if anything, I just gets weirded out with the fact that he's Remy. Okay, yeah. The voice of Remy or something. Damn it, Zeno, you're everywhere. Okay, so let's go talk about Millie, who's also got rescued after almost getting arrested after Max saved them. So she's an orphan girl who is the optimistic and energetic type despite the current harsh realities of the Kingdom Bijovia, where she lives. She looks up to her hero, Mublin the Wizard, and is a big fangirl. I mean, that's the one thing that I only care about when I first saw her. Like, she looks like she's kind of like a ditz to me. Like, she doesn't know stuff here and there, and then she's a big fan of a wizard who was retired, and it looked like she was a big fan of the wizard, by the way, if you saw Max at MidKnights.
Yes, I'm gonna say this right now. Millie is my favorite character.
Already?
Yes. Millie's my favorite because of the fact, like, she's Precious Cinnamon Roll because despite the fact that she's living in the current harsh realities of Kingdom of Bijovia, it doesn't prevent her from having a big smile or her positive outlook in life and wanting to help her friends. Like, she doesn't let the harsh realities of her whereabouts like get her down.
I think the only thing I cared about when I first saw Millie in those first episodes is the fact that she ended up actually like becoming like a huge fangirl herself. I'm like, wow, you really love this wizard, don't you? Even when he's naked.
Yeah, and
I just remember when when the wizard popped up and he was like taking a shower and stuff and he was screaming and everybody was screaming.
Yeah, I like the part where she even says, "Can I get your autograph? Can I get your autograph?"
Yeah, and she still says, "Can I get your autograph?" And I'm like, "The rude of people."
Yes,
the nervous of people. And I'm like, I kind of like Merlin, by the way. We'll discuss him later. But Millie is kind of an interesting fangirl. Yeah, kind of like an everyday fangirl that people know and love, like fandom sometimes, they could be like that.
Yeah, they can be. Trust me, we've been there, so we can relate. So
all right, then there's this other guy named Kevin, and he's the first guy you actually see in Max and the MidKnights that's helping Max out. He's an intelligent boy who loves to read books. It looks like he's a big book guy himself because he actually makes books and likes to read them, which is pretty sick. I like that. He uses logic and intelligence to help Max's gang. How do you like Kevin's first impression?
My first impression of Kevin is that I like the fact that Kevin is Max's first friend in Bijovia, where Max and her uncle Budrick go to this bar and they discuss and they learn about the backstory of Bijovia, about how King Conrad was gone and King Ghastly took over. And that's pretty much everything that Kevin tells Max and her uncle. And I do like how Kevin, like I said, he's the brains of the group, which does come in handy for the MidKnights. So, and that's really all I got to say about it.
Kevin seems to be like the strategist, especially with the fact that he's like a bookworm. Looks like he knows his knowledge from reading books and stuff like that. I think he's the weakest out of them, though. Like, weakest by, like, fighting-wise, to say.
Yeah, but what he makes up for in fighting, he definitely makes... What he lacks in fighting, he makes up for in strategic work.
Yeah, I think that's actually good. Again, this group is going to be fun. Seeing Max, Millie, Simon, and Kevin all together doing these missions and stuff.
Yes.
So, yeah, those are your main 4 characters that are going to be in this show. Now, let's actually talk about the other other secondary characters are going to be important as well. Like Uncle Budrick, for example, who is Max's uncle and traveling troubadour, who sings songs wherever they roam around the villages and stuff. He serves as Max's guardian and wants to protect her wherever they travel. What are your thoughts on Uncle Budrick so far?
Uncle Budrick, the way I could describe him is that Uncle Budrick is eccentric yet interesting. Now, of course, Uncle Budrick has his moments where he serves as a wise mentor to Max, this wise parental figure. But there are times where he can be really goofy, especially with his terrible singing.
Yeah, I mean, to be a troubadour and actually be out there singing to villages, how were you able to survive? Because, like, there are a lot of people that are throwing food at you, and I think the only reason why you're surviving is you're just collecting the food that they throw at you.
That, and also you can run fast.
Yeah, you can run fast. You can also escape fast. You also do have like a steady horse that can be able to just get you through everything. He's actually a really funny guy, and the fact that I think one thing that kind of impressed me was the fact that he knows about Bijovia, and he literally just like talks to Max about how Bijovia is before everything went to ruins because of the new king.
Yeah, that's exactly what I brought up, is that in a way Budrick serves as sort of a tour guide in his
he's a tour guide, but at the same time I like his characteristics. Like he's a very he seems like a funny guy, but he's also being a protective guardian. I mean, heck, in the first episode you see how Max and Uncle Budrick was, like how they became to be and stuff. Like, yeah, I can't explain. Again, no spoilers here.
Yeah, I can't really explain it either because there's not much I could say other than that. Like, Uncle Budrick really does serve his purpose as Max's parental figure as well as a goofy comic relief.
Yeah, and he's really funny, by the way. Yeah. I really do hope he's fine because he did end up becoming the jester of King... what's his name again? King
Ghastly.
King Ghastly, yeah.
Yes, and also, a fun fact about King Ghastly, I have to say this right now. He's voiced by Brian Stefanik.
Whoa, really? King Lid Sr., no!
Apparently Lid Sr. became an evil king.
No, why did you tell me that now? I was surprised because I actually didn't see his voice familiar, by the way. I didn't know if it was familiar voice, by the way.
Apparently Brian Stefanik has this voice range.
Because I just never listened to it. Just like when you hear Brian Stefanik, he voices Lynn Sr. in the Really Loud House and the Loud House, and that's his regular voice, by the way.
Yeah.
But him being a king like that, he just really have a very high tone of voice, and I'm like, this can't be Brian.
Yeah, I never would have guessed it either.
Yeah, okay, interesting about him. Wow, I'm mind blown about that now. How about the wizard, Mumblin the Wizard? Because apparently this is Millie's big fangirl about her. She's a big fan of this wizard. But besides that, he's also a retired sorcerer. He did actually go out of retirement to help the kids out. So your thoughts about Mumblin the Wizard right now?
Mumblin the Wizard does serve his purpose as think of Mumblin the Wizard as he's pretty much a fourth wall breaking Merlin. Like he's pretty much a comedy version of Merlin the Wizard, and Mumblin the Wizard is shown to be this retired royal sorcerer who is pretty much enjoying his retirement life ever since Ghastly outlawed magic, but since Mumblin came back, he has to get out of his comfort zone to help these kids, and so Mumblin comes in terms of that, coming out of retirement. It's an old flame rekindled.
Yeah, because like I really do like the fact that he just jaw hops out of being a grumpy old grandpa or something, and now becomes like a wizard that will help the kids out, especially with the fact that Bijovia is currently in crisis at the moment. I think we never actually talked about this in the story, but Bijovia is in crisis thanks to King Ghastly. Like, it used to be a great town with a king that was really kind to all the people, but then the king somehow never came back to Bijovia, and this is where King Ghastly took over and, well, ruined up all Bijovia. How do you like that whole synopsis of, like, how Bijovia became to be?
The whole synopsis of how Bijovia came to be is that it's very common in the Middle Ages where a village or a kingdom is ruled by an evil tyrant. It's the same folklore Middle Age story that we have heard millions of times, but this takes a more different, more lighthearted comedic approach as opposed to when you watch a Middle Ages show, like let's say on HBO or something like that. It takes a very, very dark, and sinister tone.
We're talking about a kid's show here. I'm pretty sure we are not going that route.
Yeah, but I do like how Nickelodeon presents it, where like while it does present that Max and MidKnights is a lighthearted, Middle Ages show that takes place in medieval times, there is some darkness to the ruling of King Ghastly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, something about King Ghastly that kind of like just comes out to me is the fact that like he's selfish, he cares more for himself than everybody else in Bijovia, and that's why Bijovia is suffering. I mean, fucking rats are everywhere, dude. Like the thing about, I think the joke when it comes to this town is that there's a lot of things that they can eat, like rat jerky, and I'm like,
there's even rat roaches.
Roaches, and like, oh my god, there's just so much stuff that like makes the town so bad.
Okay.
And I do like the fact that the whole heroine side of Max coming up to save Bijovia is going to be something great. I really hope that story actually goes that way, by the way.
Yeah, I think it will. I can say right now this definitely looks promising, and it will go to that route. Yes.
King Ghastly again, like, how do you feel about him? I know that he's just a selfish dude and stuff like that, but I have a feeling like he will get the throne. Something tells me like in this show, Max is going to take care of like what's going on with King Ghastly and then give the throne to whoever's happening. Again, so much twists that can happen because it's just only our first impressions, but something tells me Max is going to be a huge thing when it comes to bringing back Bijovia to greatness, to say. If I
know how kids shows like these, especially Nickelodeon, will turn out, if I know how these series do usually play out, usually you're gonna see like final episode. I'm gonna call it right now. Final episode is gonna be a showdown between Max and King Ghastly.
Yeah,
and Max will be the one to defeat King Ghastly.
Yeah, but I also do want to see more of like, I know that it's probably gonna be like that, but I do want to see like what happened to the king. There's so many questions when it comes to the show at the moment. Like, what happened to the king, the old king before King Ghastly came up? How about spoiler alert, by the way, what about Max's real parents?
Yeah, I do want to see where they touch upon Max's real parents. I want to see the show take that route, and also I want to see King Conrad play a significant role.
Because I did say Max and Uncle Budrick, so Max is adopted by Uncle Budrick.
Yeah, and you got to wonder if Uncle Budrick is the brother of Max's mom or Max's dad.
No. Did you see the second episode? She literally got picked up on the road.
I did see the second episode, but I'm just like, yeah, like where does she come from and how is Uncle,
Yeah, because I don't think you could be a brother to Max's parents if you get picked up on the road.
Yeah, and but I'm just wondering why she calls him like uncle or something like that.
Well, because she's the only like well-known parental person that's there.
Okay, that makes sense. That does make sense also.
Yeah.
That makes sense also.
I'm like, wait a minute, what are you talking about? I don't think he's familiar with Max's parents. Again, I don't know.
Yeah, but like, no, usually when you hear uncle, you think like, okay, when you hear uncle, you usually think, the brother of a parent. But no, the uncle can mean different kinds of contexts.
Yes, it could be like different kinds. Maybe like a friend of someone, Yeah.
That could be.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about the overall animation of the show, because this reminds me of obviously Big Nate, considering Big Nate kind of got animated the same way as Max and the MidKnights, but it tells me like it's a little bit better. Like, how do you feel about the animation for this show? Because like, I love the action scenes. I love how like 3D it can be. I can see like it being like a 3D CGI rendered when it comes to the animation, and it really works out. Like I could totally see the action scenes going really well. The characters look great, shiny, all that kind of jazz. Yeah, your thoughts on the animation overall?
The animation, you pointed this out really well, is that it's a nice blend of 3D and CGI. It pretty much looks to be like an imitation of stop motion. Not stop motion, but it's an imitation.
It kind of feels like stop motion because like if you see how the effects are, like that's not literal fire. It's literally like paper fire that's literally being thrown out. Even the smoke is like, something that you see from claymation, to say.
Yeah, what it is that it pretty much looks like, a kid doodled on it, and it's pretty much look like a doodle, like a nice claymation.
No, it's like, how do you say this? Like a cotton ball. Like you see like gray. You see, look, if you still, like I said, the animation style looks very claymation like, but it's not claymation. Like they use 3D CGI characteristics, but when it comes to like the special effects, when it comes to the show, they don't really use literal fire or literal like things like of that nature. They literally just like throw out.
And that's what I like about it, is that when you look at the animation as a whole, including how the characters look, how the fire is used, and all that stuff, it's a combination of many different styles of animation, many different animation techniques. It's a combination of different techniques.
Because like right now you can see the village itself. The village definitely looks like it's CGI, 3D CGI rendered. But then the characters, when they move, it kind of reminds me of like a better version of Jimmy Neutron, to say. Like, obviously back then Jimmy Neutron was made with their kind of characteristics and their CGI. But this time it's a whole lot better. I mean, like, I do love the fact that like there's so much shade when it comes to the characters that it can actually be like a real live action show itself.
It's more polished. It's
it's
more polished.
I could say, yeah.
Yeah, and the way the characters move is the way they run, it definitely looks to be well polished.
I do love the whole action scenes too, when you get to see like Max and the MidKnights like running around with the guards and stuff. Yeah, and I do love the fact that like you don't care about what's going on in the background. Like you care more for the characters that are in front. So you get to see like Max running into the camera while the knights in the back literally just like crash into each other. I do like that kind of aspect. I'm like, you don't care much about stuff that's going on in the background. It could be just like frame by frame stuff. And then when you go into like the real life action stuff about the main characters, you really want to make sure they're animated well. And that's why you see that animation style go really well when it comes to action scenes like that.
Oh yes, frame by frame, and then you see like as you see the kids run around by Jovia, you see what goes around by Jovia.
Yeah, that too. Like you get to see
buildings.
like audience. You see like people from the villagers also seeing what's going on, and then like obviously the guards are like trying to catch them and stuff like that. Like again, so many great like action scenes for it that makes me think like, oh my god, they did a really good job when it comes to animating those kind of things.
Yeah, it's that kind of it's a kind of technique, it's a kind of animation style that they use that makes the show stand out in terms of its aesthetics.
So you said you've seen Big Nate before, right?
I've seen some. I've seen some, and yes, they do share the same animation style.
You think so? I feel like Big Nate kind of like a little bit dampened down when it comes to the animation. Besides this one,
just a little bit, because Big Nate takes place in a typical slice of life environment, whereas Max and the MidKnights, when it comes to its environment, it's more action packed. It's more eventful.
Yeah, and I think it's actually like it stands out as its own thing.
Yeah, it does.
All right. Besides that, anything else do you want to bring up when it comes to, I mean, I think we kind of broke down everything when it comes to first impressions. I guess we could talk about the episodes. How do you like the first 2 episodes of the show?
The first 2 episodes I had really fun with, and I do hope that this show turns out to be very successful, because like I said before, Nickelodeon does need more shows under the belt. Yeah, and I feel like this is promising.
I'm impressed. I'm very impressed when it comes to the first 2 episodes of the show. I am enjoying it so far. I am really engaging with the story. I love the story at the moment, as there's so many questions to come up when it comes to the show. Like, again, we've explained this in our first impressions already, but there's probably got to be more questions coming up. I mean, who's that thing that King Ghastly was talking to?
Yes,
You know,
it could
who's
be.
that thing? Who's that thing that King Gas was talking to? Ooh, you know, there's so many mysteries when it comes to the show, and I kind of engaged with it, and I really can't wait to see how Max to the Midnights will go as this comes along.
Yeah, when it comes to a show like this, you already know that more questions will be answered. There's going to be more plots, twists, and turns. And something tells me King Conrad's going to play a pretty significant role in one way or another.
Who knows? I mean, I have like my hunch that he's alive still.
It could be that he's either he's either alive but stranded in the woods or the forest or somewhere, or it could be that he's already dead and he's a ghost.
So first impressions wise, how do you think of the show overall?
What I think about the show overall is that it's a very fun, action-packed medieval 8-time show that knows that it's this funny, humorous take on the Middle Ages, and it has fun with it.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be a really fun show. Again, I can't wait to see more of the show come up. You did also put this question up. Do you think it will be successful to a point where we see a second season?
Considering Nickelodeon's track record, I kind of doubt it because look at how they treat their shows outside of SpongeBob and Loud House. However, I'm hoping that Max and Midnights will be an exception.
Yeah, I think it will probably be okay. I have to say this. We are way too early to actually predict that. We are way too early to predict that, knowing Nickelodeon's track record.
They're too early to predict that, but at the same time, it's kind of fun to speculate on whether or not they'll
That's my
actually do
speculation right there.
Yeah.
I think it's too early to predict that we're going to say a second season. I think as the show continues on, we're only at 4 episodes in at the moment?
Yeah, that's a fair enough answer too.
Yeah, so I think we're still too early to actually predict the second season.
Yeah. Now, I hope it does, but it is a bit too early to predict it, like you said.
Yeah.
So,
but I really do hope it does have a second season. It's just more like I can't say for now that it's gonna be having it.
I'm just gonna enjoy the present and then worry about the future later.
Yeah. Either way, Max the Midnights fans, you guys gonna be checking that out over at Nickelodeon. It airs new episodes every Wednesday on Nickelodeon, so please check it out when you can.
Yes, please do.
Yeah, we're impressed with the show.
Yes.
Hopefully, you guys will like it too.
What can I say?
All right. Now let's go over to our quick news of the day, and let's just talk about news about something that's in particular from this upcoming from the past week, and one thing in particular is about Girl and Devil Dinosaur. Well, I don't know what's going on, but it feels like we're just continuing to talk more about Girl and Devil Dinosaur every week now, aren't we?
Yes, and for good reason too. Girl and Devil Dinosaur is such a Disney Channel hit, and we are sad to hear that it's going to be only 2 seasons.
Yeah, we already talked about that last week too, about that being only 2 seasons. But we want to talk about this particular episode in question because, well, let's talk about this particular episode called The Gatekeeper. Well, it has been announced from Disney or some source of Disney that the episode Gatekeeper will not be airing on Disney Channel because it has been pulled from the 2025 final release. Omid, it has been pulled, and the reasoning is going to be undoubtedly unbelievable. Omid, when you first heard about this, what were your thoughts? Like, disappointed, sad?
Enraged. That's all I'm going to say. Like, I am very enraged about this because when I heard that this was going to, be pulled, it's going to be like on the shelf, I'm thinking to myself, damn you, Disney, damn you.
I'm just saying why, first off. I was like, what's wrong with it? And then when you look back at the theming about the Gatekeeper, it is about this particular character. Do you know the name of the character? Brooklyn. Yeah, I didn't see the name Brooklyn here. Yeah. So this particular episode had Brooklyn actually coming out as trans. Yes.
Yeah, and it's such a proud moment because before this episode, Brooklyn was more of a supporting character. She didn't have much.
She had only
role.
pop-ups of herself, literally like a few episodes. That's it. She wasn't really big of an importance of a show.
She didn't have much of a prominent role before this episode. So it's not just the transgender aspect of this episode that makes it so powerful. It's also the character development aspect. As well.
Well, Brooklyn herself was just a character that was just going to be in the background helping Lunella and Casey out and just being a regular student in the school. But in this particular episode, we're going to be something great because she will be revealing herself as trans and everyone's going to accept her. That wasn't going to be how the episode was going to go. So why did Disney actually shelve this episode? Well, according to what they said, Disney came out and said that the decision was made a year ago. It was actually made a year ago. Therefore, the decision not to broadcast the episode has nothing to do with the current, quote, political climate.
Yeah.
Your thought on that? What's your thought on that?
See, now this is before like Disney presented their side of the story. Now, look, I can somewhat believe that the decision was made about a year ago, and back then it was when the political climate wasn't as hostile as it is now. But no matter which way you spin it, no matter what the reason is, this is still really bad on Disney's part. Like, it's still bad no matter what reason it is.
Okay, I'm hearing the fact about, quote, political climate, and I'm like, are we not treating our transgender folks well again? I thought we gave them so many rights so that they can actually do whatever they want, but still people are just, being stupid.
Yeah, and keep in mind, like, there have been plenty of, like, episodes of Disney Channel shows that have been showing LGBTQ plus representation. Look at the Owl House. And, like, back then, this was back when the political climate was hostile back then, too. So I could this is why I say that when they said that they would shelf this like a year ago, I could somewhat believe it.
Yeah, and it kind of sucks because like nowadays, after what's going on now, what do you think? It will actually come out?
Yeah, and I'm hoping it does, but I'm gonna say this right now: Disney, you messed up big time. I think you messed up big time.
They definitely dissed it up big time because of the fact that like this is a lot of people who actually worked on this episode. This is an episode that I think would be groundbreaking. The fact that transgender people can come out and reveal themselves as trans. And I feel like it's great that Brooklyn can be able to actually reveal it to her friends in this particular episode.
Another thing too is this is so damaging because if you actually have aired it on Disney Channel, it would have helped kids learning to accept transgender people for who they are. That trans people are people.
I kind of don't believe about the fact that it was shelved a year ago because of what happened after the results of the election this year. Something tells me why did you announce it now? I'm just saying, why did you announce it now that you were going to shelve this episode?
That does seem sus.
I'm feeling sus about it because if you say it was going to be a year ago, then you should have at least announced it a year ago. Why did you actually not tell why did you tell at this particular moment that you were going to shelve a transgender episode?
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. I'm not going to confirm or deny which story is true. Like, I'm not going to confirm or deny whether or not Disney actually planned this a year ago because there's pretty much arguments from both sides. Like, yes, on one hand, it can be said that maybe Disney was planned to shelve this from a year ago, but then on the other hand, yeah, you brought up the fact of how it is suspicious how they announced it now as opposed to a year ago.
Yeah, they literally announced it I think like a couple days ago, actually, the fact that this episode was going to be shelved. And I'm like, why now after what happened, what we just witnessed over the election this year?
Yeah, and if Disney is kind of bluffing about this, like, let's say...
Well, I mean, like, who knows in this case? Because, like, Disney will never obviously reveal the real answer or anything like that. But it is quite suspicious that they announced it literally a couple weeks after the election happened.
Another thing, too, is that it seems cowardly on Disney's part to do this because it's Disney trying to hide LGBT representation because, they don't want to upset the conservatives or something like that.
Although you've done it a lot.
You've done it before.
Owl House, for example. I could talk about more. I mean, you had Gravity Falls also had some LGBT representation there too.
So it makes no sense. It makes no sense to me that you wouldn't treat this episode the same way that you treat the Owl House of Gravity Falls. It makes no sense.
It makes no sense at all. And I'm like, why out of all times would you actually start to pull an episode like this? I mean, it has to be normalized, guys. Things that when it comes to like episodes like these or like characters like these, they're gotta be normalized. We're all equal people, you know?
And Disney shows itself in being proud, being supportive of the LGBT community. But when you look at stuff like this, you think to yourself, are they really supportive or are they just doing it for performative?
I thought we'd been suspicious about that a couple years ago when they tried to represent Pride and everybody backlashed on that.
Yeah, this all comes down to this. What Disney has done is the definition of performative activism. Because this is the first time that we've seen Disney showing hesitation to showing LGBT representation. Because, for example, there have been plenty of times in the past where, I think I've told you this before, but Disney and Pixar were like trying so hard to not make Riley gay for Val.
How we know about that?
And that's another example of how Disney is trying to hide LGBT content from the public.
Yeah,
this is no exception.
It's not as big. But back then, like, it still led up to a good movie. Maybe it could have gotten better with the representation. But, I mean, this is no excuse. I mean, Disney, you have a great episode. This is, like, a lot of animators' works and a purpose of a story that comes out that could have been, like, really impactful for people to watch.
Yeah.
Like, I think they were cowards. I think they were cowards to pretty much shelve this episode. And I really hope, after all the backlash that happened on social media, that they'll actually bring it out. Hopefully in their new season as it comes out next year.
Like, they better do that. Otherwise, I don't want to see another Pride Month post from Disney ever again.
Indeed, yeah. It's like you kind of represent up. You ripped it up. You ripped your deal.
I remember Disney pulling up this tweet showing like, they represent Pride Month, and then Alex Hirsch called them out on it by sort of making fun of Disney about how Disney wants to show Pride colors, but in reality they're actually all like, let's hide the LGBT content. We don't want to make conservatives unhappy. Like, I like how Alex Hirsch called him out on it.
Yeah, indeed.
Yes.
Either way, yes. This episode is currently shelved. The best part about like social media now is the fact that people can be able to actually watch the episode. I'm not going to talk about the episode in this podcast because we're going to spoil it for everybody. But I just want to say it is available for you to watch. I'm not even going to bring up the link. You guys can find it yourselves, by the way.
Yeah, without giving away anything, I just want to say, like, I've seen the episode myself, and it is very powerful.
Yeah, I would say it's very powerful because I also like Brooklyn too. Like, she's just a background character in Girl and Devil Dinosaur, but I felt like there was like more about her that could be done. And the fact that the writers actually made her transgender is great. Like, I would love to see how it's going to end. I mean, Nickelodeon did something for transgenders. Remember,
Loud House. Yeah, the Loud House had a transgender character.
Yes, that character.
And Rachel from Rocko's Modern Life.
Yeah, I was gonna say her too.
Yeah, right.
I'm just saying, Rachel, Nickelodeon has done so much more when it comes to LGBTQ representation than Disney has done. I mean, the only thing that LGBT we could pretty much bring up was Gravity Falls and Owl House. This could have been a big, important part for LGBTQ communities out here if they brought it up to this episode.
Exactly. And
I mean, to be fair, we also do have gay parents for Casey.
Yeah, we have gay parents. See, even in Girl and Devil Dinosaur itself, the actual same show, you have Casey's gay dads. And if you're going to show Casey's gay dads, you might as well show Brooklyn being trans.
Right.
Because here's the thing about transgender people. Transgender people are part of the LGBT community. The T stands for trans. So they're no different.
Right, right. Again, I really hope Disney Channel actually does release this episode because it is so impactful. It is going to be really helpful to represent the transgender community when it comes to this episode. And again, I've seen the episode. It's great. Every Moon Girl episode has been great so far, and I really hope Disney changed their minds and actually put it up on Disney Channel.
Oh, they better. They better, because this is a powerful episode. Not only that it's such a powerful episode that says trans rights and human rights, but it's also, like I said before, it's a good way to educate your kids about the transgender community.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that obviously becomes a political topic, so we're gonna stop there.
Yeah.
Either way, again, more Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur sucks. Like, doing bad job right now. I don't know what's happening for Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur, but it's currently not in a good climate at the moment in Disney Channel.
Yeah, it's already bad enough that you cancel Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, the whole show itself, but then you do screw over one of the most impactful, most important episodes of the show, and that you just added more fuel to the fire than you already have.
Indeed. Yeah. Either way, I really hope they bring this episode out of Disney Channel.
Yeah. And also, one more bonus thing I want to bring up. Amy Sedaris pulls off a great Coach Greer.
Oh my God. Amy Sedaris. I didn't expect her to actually be in this episode. And I'm like, wait, Fifi's in this episode?
Like, you just hate Coach Greer's guts so much because of how she's, very transphobic. But Amy Sedaris pulls off, such a hateable character.
Okay. Yeah. A little bit spoilery anyways. Let's go ahead and actually move up to the next subject that we have in our lineup when it comes to the quick news. Do you know that the Owl House currently has official merchandise that came out?
Yes.
Like, do you know yourself?
Now, of course, when it comes to Owl House merchandise, we've seen Owl House merchandise before, but we never
not
thought
official, not official merchandise. It's mostly been like fandom merchandise.
Now, of course, there have been fandom merchandise that's popped up here and there, but when it comes to this type of figures, we never thought they would.
We never expected to actually see Funko Pops at the Owl
Funko
House.
Yes.
We never expected at all that Funko Pops or the people who actually make Funko Pops are now making Owl House Funko Pops. And oh my god, they are currently available for you to pre-order right now on Amazon Entertainment. I don't know what EE website is, but there's a lot of websites out there that you can be able to actually pre-order your Owl House Funko Pops right now. So when you heard about the figures coming out, like how shocked were you or how excited were you when you heard about it?
Now, when I first heard of this news, I thought to myself, is this a real life or is this just fantasy?
Oh my god, you're not Queen. Shut up.
Because I never thought that we would actually see real legit Funko Pops of the Owl House. Now, the last time we've seen Funko Pops of Disney characters was Gravity Falls. We didn't even see Amphibia ones, so
I have a feeling it's probably coming up soon. Just because like they know how I'm guessing like Funko knows that the popular, like obviously there's like very popular media that's out there. I mean, you have like popular media like Beetlejuice having Funko Pops, like anime having Funko Pops, and then why not something from Disney Channel? Like Disney Channel itself has its own big fandom. I mean, Owl House is huge. Like everybody knows the Owl House. I mean, I have friends who are continuing to watch the Owl House, or I'm suggesting them to watch the Owl House, and they're telling me it's been so great that I love the show. So it was a matter of time, though that Funko actually recognized the Owl House, and finally we ended up actually having figures like these.
Yeah, and one thing that really does surprise me is how when it comes to Funko Pops, they usually do Funko Pops of more mainstream titles.
I mean, yes, mainstream like Marvel, Disney itself, and a bunch of other like media stuff, but like this is still like a main media source itself. Yeah. Disney Channel is Disney.
It's still popular, don't get me wrong. Like Owl House is a popular show, but it's not as mainstream as, like you said, Marvel, DC, Star Wars. But Owl House is still really popular, but I'm just surprised by the fact of it got the Funko Pop treatment.
I'm okay with that. I understand that we don't have like figures like, you know, freaking anime figures like these. Yeah. But I'm okay with this so far. Like, oh my god, I would love to have a Luz Funko Pop, or a Amity Funko Pop, or a King Funko Pop, or a Ida Funko Pop. And I'm just hoping, like, after the sales end up going really high, that they make a second volume of, Funko Pops for Owl House.
Yes, I would love for that to happen because I want to get me a Hunter.
Yes, I have a feeling like Gus, Willow, Hunter, and Rain are going to have their releases too. Maybe Lilith. Maybe Hootie. Or Bellows himself.
Maybe Bellows, yeah. It could be Bellows.
And I'm just waiting. Look, if the popular sales happen for Owl House, there is a chance Amphibia too, but also get Funko Pops as well.
Yeah, it could. See, because the reason why we want Owl House Funko Pops to be successful is not just that we're going to get more Owl House Funko Pops, but it could open doors to Funko Pops of other Disney Channel shows.
I'm just waiting. Like that's what I'm saying. I'm waiting for that to happen because Amphibia is looking to be right in there right now. Like it's gonna happen, I think, soon. Like it's in their lineup. I have a feeling it's gonna be there. Also, the other thing too. What about the other Disney TVA shows? Why not Phineas and Ferb?
Go Simone McGee. Go Simone McGee Funko Pops. Well, you
don't
want
as popular. It's not as popular. I'm very sorry. I don't think it's as popular. I have a feeling like if they're going to go into the Disney Channel media, it will also go to the old school Disney Channel media, like Kim Possible, Proud Family. We already have Proud Family, by the way. There is Proud Family Funko Pops out right now, by the way.
There's already Proud Family ones. But what about the more niche titles like Brandy, Mr. Whiskers, Dave the Barbarian? No. Oh, you're
I'm looking at like the popular, what made like Disney Channel really like the popular shows. Like what popular shows Disney Channel came out and made Disney Channel like very one of the popular shows. I'm not gonna be surprised if Big City Greens ends up getting Funko Pops.
Yeah, I'm wondering like because Big City Greens has been going on. I'm wondering why they haven't had their Funko Pops. Whereas the Owl House ended 2 years ago. It's been done long ago.
Yeah, well, then again, remember Gravity Falls didn't have their Funko Pops till like 8 years after the show ended, or like 6 years after the show ended. You know.
That is true, which means that there is a possibility of Amphibia, but again, it all depends on the sales of this.
Yes, I have a feeling like after the sales of these Funko Pops, they will probably get more Owl House Funko Pops, and something tells me Amphibia is coming up real soon. I'm getting an Anne, Marcy, Sasha with me after all the figures I ended up buying. By the way, did you actually Well, were you a part of the Indiegogo Studio Bag Egg collaboration?
I
You didn't buy anything? Oh.
I didn't buy anything there.
Dude, I ended up buying... Oh, God, do I have to list out everything now?
We're going to be all night,
Amphibia keychain, an Anne figure, a Marcy figure, a Darcy figure.
We're going to be all night.
You already know like where I was going to push aside when it comes to Amphibia. I know that I was going to buy so much Amphibia stuff. And then like if you've seen Dreamed of, what they're making right now, by the way.
Yes, they already made a hunter.
Yes, they already made the cast of the Owl House, but they are making Anne, Sasha, and Marcy too. And I'm like, God damn it, no!
Rip your wallet.
Yeah, I don't care. I mean, I am supporting everybody who's making Amphibia stuff, so that's great. Now I'm waiting for Funko to come up and actually make their own figures or something.
Yeah, and let me ask you, have you already pre-ordered them?
Yes.
And, which ones have you pre-ordered?
So I already pre-ordered Luz, Amity, and King, and I'm really hoping one of those King. I'm really hoping the King is the Chase King, because it's really like a low chance. It's like the gotchas to say. If you pre-order King, there's a chance you'll get the Chase King with the Burger Crown hat, and that will give you money. That's gonna sell for like a lot of money.
Oh yeah, I would imagine eBay people are gonna scalp the hell out of them.
Yeah. Did you end up pre-ordering a couple of figures yourself?
I pre-ordered a Luz and an Amity.
Okay, but not King.
Because I want to save money. That's one thing. Another thing too is that I want to buy Luz and Amity together. No one else, because I'm a Lumity shipper. So.
Of course, everybody's a Lumity shipper here. But yes, Funko Pops are currently out. Actually, today they're actually available for pre-order in like many places out there. The figure will come out on January 20th of next year. So if you pre-order now on Amazon or any like place that has Funko Pops, you will get it delivered to your house on January 20th to say. But I can't wait. Oh my God! Yes. Finally, Owl House finally gets recognition in Funko.
Owl House does get recognition in Funko, and something tells me there's going to be more merchandise in the Owl House to come. Not just Funko Pops, but also art book.
Yes, I know. Amphibia art book is also coming out in March. Did you see those preview pictures?
Those preview pictures look beautiful, and it's something I want to touch upon in
next episode.
Later.
We'll do it in the next episode.
In the next episode, because I want to gush over the pages.
Hey Matt, please release more pages.
Yes.
I know it's over 200 pages of the art book. Please release more.
Another thing too.
I need more. I need more of Anne than Marcy. Okay, I saw Marcy. That's all I can say.
Also, yesterday we should have got him. Just saying. Yesterday was the day we should have got him. But no, you had to postpone it to March 2025.
That's fine. Let them cook. Let them cook. Oh my God.
No, I'm saying they kind of owe us a preview of these pages.
Matt's still doing great as it is. So let's give it that. Either way, yes, pre-order Owl House Funko Pops when you can. All right, yes. We did a lot when it comes to animation. Let's actually talk about our main subject and actually talk about this particular YouTube. Oh, by the way, these are the box sets, by the way, of how they look like.
Oh, they look beautiful. They look beautiful.
I can't wait for Luz to actually come into our desk to say. All right, let's go to our main subject and actually talk about the Mob Show. Yes, welcome to the Mob Show. So recently, me and Omid have been addicted to this one YouTube channel called Mob Show. Mob Show makes up daily anime quizzes, anime games that you can play along with. Recently, Mob Show has had this best anime openings tournament, and the results just came in a couple of months ago, and they actually revealed the top 100 anime openings based off Mob Show's fans. You have your top 5 list. We're going to reveal right here.
Yeah.
But something tells me you were leaning towards main hit franchises here.
For the most part, when I look at my list, what it is, it's a combination between the actual song itself and also how the opening is presented. Mm-hmm. So,
all right, so let's go reveal your top 5 list. It says here that you like. Okay, so number 5 is Falling Down by Oasis, Eden of the East. By the way, that's a 2008 anime. What made this a part of your list?
What made this a part of my list was, first of all, Oasis is a kick-ass band. They're one of the greatest bands ever.
I just remember Oasis singing, was it Today's Gonna Be the Day?
Yes.
Wonderwall, that's the song.
Wonderwall. And second off, this is one of the rare instances where an anime opening is sung by an English-speaking band.
That is true. Do you ever know that there's an English band that actually performed? Maybe the Seatbelt? Not the Seatbelt. Seatbelts is a band itself, also English too.
Yeah. So that's also what made me stand out. And the opening itself is really epic because of the transition of the words that are shown in the opening, as well as if you look at the opening itself, it's just like really beautiful by the way it's showing the characters.
Not bad. It's not bad.
The
It gives you like a mysterious atmosphere that will happen when it comes to the show. And by the way, watch End of the East definitely was one of our favorite animes back in 2008. So yeah, really good. You put Again by Yui, and you should know by now FMA Brotherhood is a really great anime.
Oh, FMA Brotherhood is like the greatest anime series I've seen, like even to this day.
I say so too. I think it's definitely one of the top 5 like animes of all time.
Yeah, and Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is filled with some of the greatest openings ever, some of the greatest songs ever put. But if I had to pick one of them, I would pick Again by Yui.
There's a lot of good like songs like Rain by Sid and Period by Chemistry. Like I love all of their openings. Like I can't really pick a top 5 out of them just because they're so good.
and I hate to snub Sid because I really do like Sid. They're a great band. They also did Moggy songs. I remember.
Oh, I remember Moggy. Yes, that was one of my favorite like songs.
Yeah. But the reason I put Again by Yui is because it's sung the most beautifully, and it also does a great job in introducing us to each of the characters and the type of characters that they are.
I see. Yeah, and I do love FMA Brotherhood. Really great show. So I do agree with that too. Yes. I'll have to say this about Garenge by Lisa, the Demon Slayer first opening, by the way. Why that one, not the others? Because you had like you had Man with a Mission when it came to the third opening, I believe. Fourth opening. The fifth, and then the fifth opening was Mugen, which I think is better than Garenge to me.
The reason why I put Garenge is because when I think Demon Slayer, when I think opening to Demon Slayer, this is the first thing that I think of.
I think Mugen, just because it's so good. Like, if you've seen, was it My First Story and Hyde singing? I'm like, oh my god, it's so freaking good.
And I do acknowledge it, and it would have been a close second, but for me, like, Garenge still has a special place in my heart for similar reasons to Again by Yui, because of the opening pretty much telling its whole story itself, like it just says the characters. The opening is pretty much a prologue by itself. It's a prologue story told in a opening song sort of perspective.
I see.
Sort of style.
Yeah, I mean, you'll see later where I put a certain Demon Slayer song in my list, by the way. So yeah. Number 2, you put Tank. Obviously, a little bit for those folks. I know some of you are a little bit younger than us, but Cowboy Bebop is absolutely a amazing anime.
What else can I say about Cowboy Bebop that hasn't been said? It's not just one of the best animes I've seen, it's one of the best shows, period.
It definitely is. Like, I remember growing up watching it on Adult Swim, and every time I've watched it, it's just been an impact episode. Every episode has been so good. It makes sense why Tank is there. I mean, the jazz, the beat, and just I think it's not the villain's thing. I think it's up together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam. You know? Yeah. Just hearing that just like gets you all hyped, you know?
And that's exactly why Tank by the Seatbelts, that Cowboy Bebop opening, really does stand out as one of the greatest ever, is because the song itself really does tell you up front that, yes, Cowboy Bebop has some jazz elements to it. It's a jazzy show.
Yeah.
And the opening itself presents its own style of showing us the characters in, like, presented in a way that is dark and mysterious, and tells you up front, like, these are the characters they'll be focused on. They have their own backstories. They'll have their own ways of...
No, I get it. I get it, yeah. And then number 1, oh, come on. This is a big surprise.
Yes!
This is not a big surprise for Omid, but he put Colors by Flow for Code Geass's first opening.
Jifu! Whoa! Oh, Sekai! Let's go! Yes! No other anime opening can top Colors by Flow. It is peak opening. Peak opening.
I don't know about that. I think there's a bunch of other openings that can beat that.
No, like, everything about this works. Everything about this is perfection. Like, okay, number 1, you have Flow, who is my favorite J-rock band, performing. Also, you got my favorite anime song. You also have the opening itself, tells you everything you need to know about Code Geass and the lore about it, and also the action sequences, especially the mechs, the mech parts, the mech battles, and then of course you can't forget that awesome closing scene where you see Lelouch with his mask. He takes it off.
Yes.
And then
remember that.
he looks in the eyes and it'd be like, oh yeah, I am Zero.
Okay, yes,
Yes.
I get it. But then something tells me that's just because of the song. It's because it's Flo. Every time we will go to a Flo concert, he just comes up and jumps up and says, Chibuo, Chibuo.
And also, fun fact, it's the only anime song that I know by heart. Like, from beginning to end, I know the entire lyrics.
There's so many other songs that I know by heart. But then again, it's just been up on my playlist. But, okay, so when we go through Mob Show's top 100 list based off the fans, we're gonna be looking at those 5, and hopefully those 5 will be in the list.
Yeah, we're gonna see. Like, it's a competition between us two. Yeah.
And then my top 5 actually is a little bit different. So I actually started off with Mugen by My First Story and Hyde for Demon Slayer. That is the Hashira training arc theme song. And I say it's really good. If you can hear from that song and then like you see the fighting and stuff and like all the action scenes that goes around, I'm like, it's such a great song. It's a great opening. Like, I can't say much about it. It's just so good.
Nice. Yeah. Like I said, I do have my own Demon Slayer opening.
But Mugen, I think, is just more impactful. I just feel like it's so good. The passion that they do when they sing, it's good. It's just absolutely amazing.
I can see it.
Yeah. And then number 4, Look, Soul Eater fans, if you're a big time Soul Eater fan like me, Resonance was like in your head the whole dang time. Like, oh my god, just singing the whole Tsunaiya Washiki Kiwa. Yeah. And I just love Soul Eater. Like, first part, second part kind of like went down to crap, but like first part was so great because like I love every character that was there. You get to see Soul and Maka and like Death the Kid with the twin sisters, as well as Black Star and Tsubaki, and they're all like really lovable characters, and it's just them like in school. It was a great show overall. It was a great show for the first part, I would say, but I just never got this song out of my head. It's just awesome.
It was catchy, and what I want to bring up is that Resonance was something I was highly considering. I would consider it as an honorable mention.
Yeah, okay, that's not bad. And then I also want to put this song. I don't know if you guys have watched Angel Beats, but this song was just so impactful when I hear it all the time when I was watching the show. My Soul Your Beats by Leah. Guys, she's playing the piano. You can hear that dun 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 dun, and I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna hit sad again. By the way, if you want a tearjerker, it's this show. Angel Beats just broke my heart when I watched it. Oh my god, it's just so good.
You know, I would say that this Angel Beats opening, I didn't expect you to put this in your top 5.
Come on. Like, this definitely is one of my favorites.
Like, the same way you didn't expect me to put the Eden of the East
I didn't expect you to put Eden of the East at all.
See, what I like about both our lists is that there is that one, at least, that's more of a out there sort of choice.
Right. And I'm like, have you watched Angel Beats?
I haven't watched
Oh my god, please do. But by the way, just have some tissues with you just because you're going to be crying from this show. It's really good. It's a really good show.
I'll keep in mind. I'll buy boxes of Kleenex. Yeah.
But yes, listen to this song, and then you're going to feel so many feels when it comes to this song. So there's that. And then I got to give up to Shinjiro Watanabe because he makes these last 2 songs impactful. Battle Cry by Nujabes from Samurai Champloo. I'm sorry, the hip hop in that was just absolutely great. And if you see the opening sequence, it just gets you into the vibe of what the show is going to be about.
Yeah. And also, another key thing to note is that when it comes to Shinichiro Watanabe's series in general, they tend to have a certain music genre blended together with the atmosphere and the tone of his series, his shows. With Samurai Champloo, it's hip-hop, like you said, and with Cowboy Bebop, it's jazz.
Yeah. And then I put number 1 as Tank, actually. But so we have Tank in our 1 and 2 to say. So somebody tells me, I believe Tank will be in the top 100 based off of Mob Show's list. And I do feel like My Soul Your Beats will be there. I feel like from the openings that we have here, Omid, there could be at least like one of our picks that are not going to be in the top 100.
Yeah, I'm calling right now. I don't think, as much as I want Falling Down Oasis to be there, I don't think
it is, just because not a lot of people know about Eden of the East, and I find it surprising because it's a really good show.
Yeah, it's so underrated. It's so underrated.
Sorry, I feel like Again will be there, Garange will be there, Tank will be there, Colors definitely will be there for sure.
Yes.
But I don't know. So I don't know if it's actually top 50 to say. But yeah, I feel like Colors will be there, but not like probably like 40s into something. We'll see. Some other honorable mentions I also want to bring up. I want to bring up K-on's Kagayate Girls. I feel like it's going to be in the list. Jujutsu Kaisen with the specials. I feel like that's on the list. I want to give up Horror High School Host Club fans because I want to see if that's on the list too. Make it into the top 100 if anything. Domestic Girlfriends, Kawaki no Ameku. By the way, don't watch the show of Domestic Girlfriend, but the song is a banger. Well, my roommate Mark is huge into that song, by the way. And then all the songs of FMA Brotherhood. I'm pretty sure they're all gonna be there. I'm pretty sure all the FMA Brotherhood openings are gonna be there.
I'm anticipating Again by Yui and Rain by Sid especially.
Mm-hmm. And then I also forgot to put this up, but Bocchi the Rock, was it Tenku Complex? I think that's also in the list there too.
Bocchi the Rock, any song of Bocchi the Rock. To be honest,
there's only one opening.
Like, okay, one opening, but I'm saying, yeah, Bocchi the Rock, yeah, that opening.
Yeah, you're doing openings, not every song. Omi, do you have your honorable mentions too?
Yeah. So my honorable mentions are this: Gurin no Yomiya from Attack on Titan, Idol from Oshinoko, Resonance from Soul Eater, like I said, World's End from Code Geass, let's go, and Ichiri no Hama from Bleach.
That's a surprise out of left field. Ichiri no Hana to be in the top 100.
Yeah, Ichiri no Hana, because it was back when, I was into Bleach, like that Soul Society arc, and it's one of those openings that screams out Bleach.
Mm-hmm. I feel like Gurren no Yumiya will be there for Attack on Titan because it was everybody's favorite anime back in like the 2010s. Idol will definitely be there. I think definitely be there because when you look back at like the people who are voting, these are newer anime fans. So somebody tells me like the newer animes are going to be picked up the most. The old animes will probably be picked less, which I kind of sucks because like I would love to see the Hajime no Ippo opening. I love to see the Slam Dunk opening, Initial D opening if they were going to be there. GTO's opening because those are also bangers as well. And I just hope they actually hit the list.
It could be, but they could be in the list, but where on the list?
Yes, that's the thing. We don't know. Well, it is about time we actually get to reveal it, and hopefully the songs that we have picked up in our top 5 will be here in the top 100. By the way, we have never seen this list at all yet. This is a big surprise for us. Yeah. But everybody has voted from the Mob Show, and it's time for us to pick up the top 100 openings. And I'm very sorry for those who are watching on stream. We cannot put up the video because we did hit a copyright when we did the Netflix episode, so we're going to just keep it live over here. All right, guys? All right. Omid, you ready for this?
Ready when you are.
All right. So, 100 is already Violet Evergarden.
Really?
Yeah, I love that song though.
You could have put it higher. Are you kidding me?
I love this song though. Ooh. Okay, so Violet Evergarden is 100.
No, I'm sorry. This is like way too low ranked. Way too low ranked.
Okay, I don't know Assassination Classroom. I don't know if everybody else does too. I don't know Ass Class. Oh, really? Mayday? I love Cold Rain though. Ooh. Okay. Fire Force opening 2 is 98. Oh, ReZero? Okay. That's not bad. 97. Oh, I can't wait for the Mythoroid song, by the way. Beastar's Wild Side? I feel like it's a little too low.
I mean, it's at least on the list, so...
Yeah, it's in the list for top 100, but I feel like it could do better. Misuko Tensei. Have you actually watched that show, by the way?
I actually haven't, no.
Yeah, I haven't either. Right, Misuko Tensei is 95. Spy Family. What? Is that low? Do you guys agree with this?
Why 94?
Why 94 for Mixed Nuts?
Especially Spy Family is a big anime. It's a mainstream anime.
Right,
so.
94. That's surprising. Right, My Hero Academia fans, Polaris is 93. I think too low. I feel like it should go higher than that.
I've seen better MHA openings.
I don't care about SAO. Shout outs to Ryan.
Yeah, you have a friend who's
shout outs to Ryan. This is your thing. What? No.
Should be higher.
I love that song. Are you serious?
Criminally underappreciated anime.
Well, it should have more openings. Oh, it should have. I don't care about Overlord. So you agree with me too, right? Freaking Batum should have gone higher.
Way higher.
Yeah.
This is an insult.
Damn.
Yeah, no.
Osamanka, right? Oh, I love this song. From Ranking of Kings?
From Ranking of Kings.
Oh, this is a really good song. That's too low. That's too low to me.
Should have been at least 60 or 50. Yeah.
Bleach Change. I actually like the song, by the way. I think it deserves this place, though. 88.
Yeah. I've heard better.
They're better. Okay. Oh, Noragami. I love that song too. Okay, Noragami. 86. Mark already seen it. I never seen it before, so. Yeah. Oh, what? 85?
No.
Oh, Death Note at 85.
At least it should have been in the top 50. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I think top 50 too. I love this song too.
And Maximum the Hormone rocks.
Okay. Seraph of the End? Okay, I don't know if I watched this show.
I haven't either, no.
Okay. Okay, 84. So that's fine. Flow is still there. Oh, Spire! Gintama! This is a good song. Oh. Dang. No, let's just go higher. Freaking Kaguya-sama. I guess go higher. It had to go higher. What the fuck?
People have no taste. What can I say?
I mean, again, it's erased. Higher.
No.
Higher.
Are you
Higher.
kidding?
This
Way
has gotta
higher.
go
Are you
higher.
kidding?
What is going on,
No
fan?
way.
What is going on, Bob Show fans? What the hell? This is Riri is a classic. The higher. Oh my god.
Way
How
higher.
you? What the koi? What?
This
What?
list already sucks.
I love Watakoi. Oh.
Already
come
this
on.
list is garbage.
Horimiya. Okay, I think it deserves that spot though.
They should have been higher.
Horimiya?
No. The rest, the other ones. The other ones.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely would say Watakoi for sure. No, this gotta go higher. Are you serious? Death Parade? Oh,
I mean, I haven't seen Death Parade.
this is a great song. Listen to it. It's so jazzy. I love it.
It's got a catchy tune, yeah.
Okay, Vinland Saga. I think it goes. I mean, for those Vinland Saga fans, I think it should go higher to me. But yeah. Okay. Let's see. JoJo? I haven't followed with JoJo, so.
Me neither.
Have you watched like the first season though?
I watched the first season. Judge!
It might be in the list.
Yeah.
DBZ. Any DBZ fans out there? This is for you.
Oh, there's a lot. Dragon Ball Z is its own huge fan base in of itself. So
Yeah, this is the newer DBZ though. I think we got some. I like this first opening better than Apothecary for the
it'll
Apothecary
probably
Diaries.
be ranked higher than this opening.
Which one?
The Apothecary
I
Diaries
really hope
opening
so.
one.
I really hope so. I like the first opening better.
I think it's gonna be like multiple.
Interesting. The second opening for JoJo.
Multiple openings in an anime is gonna be on the list.
Well, I know it's gonna be there. I love the song too, by the way, for JoJo.
Yeah, Spoiler Street by Koto is my favorite one.
Oh, Bluebird by Naruto. What the hell? Ugh. Actually, it's memorable. I feel like it should go higher.
By the way, I'm saving my energy for when we get closer to the list of top 50.
Yeah, Naruto 71 for Yura. Oh, Yura. Yeah, I know the song now. Okay. Like Curse of Coil? Kind of deserved.
I like Claris.
Yeah,
so.
kind of deserved. I think so. 70 right there. Deserves it.
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't care about this show. Quintuplets. Oh, kind of reasonable by 69.
Shout out to our friend who's a huge quintessential quintuplets fan.
Not a big fan of it.
No, our friend is, but
Okay.
yeah.
How about this My Hero Academia opening, guys? 68. And to be honest, it sounds really good. It sounds really good. Oh no! I love specials. What the fuck? Make it higher. Oh.
Considering how JJK is a really popular show, I'm surprised
Ow.
this was 67.
Wow. That was the opening you're talking about, by the way, Omid. That's the opening you're talking about.
Yeah. No!
No! Oh!
Really? 65?
Really? Oh, Zom 100.
I can't even, bro.
Wow.
I can't even.
Why
Why
goes higher?
65?
Go higher. Should go higher. Oh,
No!
That's 64 for Omid's pick.
No! Already this is terrible.
64 Omid's pick.
Already this is terrible.
Oh.
Boo this list already. Why?
I don't care about. Oh, I love that song, by the way. But I don't care. Omid, 64 was was one of your picks, number 4.
64 might be my favorite number, but not in the case of this. Come
Yeah.
on.
Okay, Food Wars. I actually like that opening too. So we already got one of our picks. So Meat's pick has now been on the list. Unfortunately, 64 in this case.
Oh my god.
All right. Oh, Silhouette. I love this song. Why is it so low? It should go higher. Oh, it should go higher. Oh, I love Naruto. I mean, I watched Naruto. I love the song though. One Piece, first ever One Piece pick.
All right, here we go.
You know this song?
No, I'm saying we got a one. We
I
got a One
like
Piece
I
opening.
also wonder if you know the song actually.
Not really.
All right, more Naruto Shippuden, by the way, 59. I have okay. Now I'm getting the vibe of this here. They're really going for the common like animes, like Naruto, Bleach. You know. Oh, I just said period.
The only way you can make up for it is if Sid by Rain by Sid was at least in the top 3 or top 5.
No, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Bocchi the Rock, no.
Okay, this list is terrible.
No.
This opening so
it should go higher. That should go higher. Bakemonogatari. Oh my god. Oh. No way. Oh, we're already freaking flipping out right now about this. Okay, I don't care about Ass Class, but freaking Bocchi the Rock 56. Oh, where are the I thought we have some huge Bocchi the Rock fans here.
And plus, isn't Bocchi the Rock like centered around music? You know.
Yeah.
Bocchi the Rock is about a rock band, so you would think that an opening that has rock and roll music about rock and roll music itself would be much higher. You know.
Yeah. Fairy Tail, okay. I didn't watch that part yet. I had to catch up on that show, by the way. It's really good. Yeah. Okay, Fairy Tail 53. Oh, I heard this is good. Solo Uplink. Yeah. Oh, Mark is huge into this show, by the way. No!
So close to.
I have to agree with this. It is a better opening. This is a better opening than Mixed Nuts.
But still, though, so close to 50.
Oh, we start the top 50 with Mariah Nikki. Okay, I like that. That's not bad. Better than what people?
I would say so.
Okay, so that deserve the spot.
Rank it higher.
Oh, dude.
The OG FMA.
Oh, dude, I love this song too.
Asian Comfort Generation is a plus.
Yes, I love this song though. God. I don't care about. I don't care about Goblin Slayer, but I heard Millie is a really good singer. We're in the top 50, by the way. We're getting close to our picks here. Hopefully they're there. Oh yes, any Black Sis fans out there? I love the show. Overworld. Okay, for Villain Saga, I like that opening better than the other opening for Villain Saga. So, well deserved. I think it's deserved. Maybe a little bit higher, but I think it's deserved.
Okay.
No!
Wow!
Why is my number 3 and number 44? You are terrible people. You are terrible people.
There goes your opening. Yeah.
That's my pick. Oh, okay. Classroom Elite. I don't care. Why sell your beats, guys? I thought you loved Angel Beats. What's up with you all? Oh. Okay, that's one of the Demon Slayer openings, by the way.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's okay with me, because this was an okay opening, not the best opening.
Gorenjin top 20. Gorenjin top 20.
All right, let's see. Yes, IQ. Oh my god, I love this opening.
I'm surprised it wasn't top 30.
I'm surprised about that too. I think it should go higher. Although, to be fair, we have been saying a lot go higher. Black Clover fans, yeah, this is your show. Okay. Okay, I love this song.
Not bad.
Should go higher.
No, it's perfect where it is.
Does it deserve it? Okay, deserved as it is. 39.
Yeah,
okay.
not too low, not too high.
Okay.
Yeah, not too low.
Oh, there you go. There's your number 38. OB, this is your pick. Number 1. OB's number 1.
No.
He's running away. Oh, no.
No. Injustice. Why 38? Are you kidding me?
Oh, my God. OB's number 1 at 38 in the list.
Why? You're going to at least put it in top 20 or top 10. What's the matter with y'all?
No.
What's wrong with y'all?
They all think there are a lot of openings better.
No.
But speaking of which, Reg. Oh, Paper Moon. Oh, I love this song too. I really hope Resonance actually goes up top 20 now. Resonance should be top 20 now in this case. Oh my god. Okay, I mean, you got 3 of your picks.
Freaking 38? Are you kidding me? I'm sorry. I'm not gonna let this go ever. Man.
38. Why? I got 3 picks. 3 picks taken away. Oh, love the song by the way. Fire Force. I got the thumbs up on that one.
Yes, we're about to watch the far inferior 37 openings.
Oh, Come We Can Communicate? That's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah.
By the way, watch that on Netflix by everybody. Oh, come on. Really? Tokyo Ghoul? Do you like that? Do you actually like this opening or?
It's pretty kick-ass.
Okay.
Yeah.
31. I think it deserves it. I think it deserves that spot.
Yeah.
Maybe lower. Oh, come on. Come on. Everybody's gonna say that. I feel like it should be at least top 20.
I'm surprised it wasn't top 10.
Yeah, I'm surprised too. Oh, Gintama. Dude, what's going on? Gintama's actually doing pretty well here. We're in the top 30, by the way, right now. Oh, God. Oh, Free Ren. Oh, by the way, watch Free Ren, by the way. Great show.
I've heard.
If Yoasobi actually makes the list, I'll be really shocked. Okay. Oh, I like that one too, by the way. The first opening of My Hero Academia. One. Yeah.
I've heard better. Soren Utaiba.
Okay, yeah, that one too. Yeah. But this is not bad. 27. Ooh, okay. Jujutsu Kaisen. I feel like it could have gone lower. I actually thought Specials was better. Yeah. Okay, I'm getting it. Like, I think the fans of Mob Show are Gintama fans.
Yeah, Gintama's big.
It is. We're in the top 25. Okay. Oh, Brave Shine. Okay, I think it deserves it. I'm a huge Fate fan myself. This song is good, by the way, from Aimer. This song is really good. I told you, Domestic Kano. Yes, Domestic Kano, Domestic Girlfriend. Right, let's go. All right, cool. It's one of my honorable mentions, by the way. Really good song. 7 Deadly Sins. Okay. We're getting the top 20, by the way, and still, some of your picks are still in the list somehow. Sankyo Saka?
Gorenji's getting higher. Gorenji's gonna get higher.
Higher, okay. The third opening of Demon Slayer. Okay. Oh, good one, by the way.
Good ranking. I would say top 20 is appropriate.
Do you like 99.9 or 1 as Mob Psycho opening?
99.
I'm surprised about that, by the way. Folks, this is a classic Evangelion opening. How do you not put it in your top 10?
I'm kind of surprised by it too, yeah.
Yeah, what? It should be top 10. I find that surprising. Your Lie in April higher than Evangelion?
You gotta admit, the openings's beautiful.
It's beautiful, but like that better than Evangelion?
That better than Evangelion?
I don't know. Oh yes, let's go!
Link Baba.
Thankfully, they actually put that on the list.
By the way, Creepy Nuts does the opening for Dan to Dan as well, so...
Yes, I know.
Creepy Nuts is legit.
Oh, here we go. 16.
16? At least it's top 20. I'll give it that.
If anything, there's that. This is 16. Oh, 1. Okay, Mob Psycho fans. I'm guessing something about bias on Mob Psycho here.
Well, I mean, it's Mob Show. It's called
Mob Show. Is the reason why it's a mob, huh? Haikyuu, okay.
Watch Mob Psycho opening 2 be number 1.
Fly High better than Imagination. Interesting. Okay. I'll take the Jesus Kaisen here. 13.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chainsaw Man, number 12.
Here we go. Yes, go. Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man has each and every different opening and song.
Okay.
Like, each different episode.
Sasage 11. Okay. That's fine with me, too. Attack on Titan.
Opening 1 in the top 5. I'm calling right now.
This is better. This is better than 1. This is better than 1 to me.
Really?
Yeah. Bleach. Rabuno Melody.
I like Sid, so I approve of this.
Okay. So we're in the top 10, by the way. So Bleach, currently in the top 10. All right. 9. Wow, Kaguya-sama, Love
That
is
high?
War.
Top
Hello, number 9.
You're telling us it's that high?
Yeah, I just remember Mark just saying this yesterday. Yes! Oh my god, Fate Stay Night! Oh, Fate Zero, sorry. Oh my god, Oat Sign. Oh, okay, I'm okay with that.
Let's hope it's not the last Lisa opening we'll see here.
Hopefully Garange is in it, let's see.
Courage.
Okay, Jujutsu Kaisen, alright. Really putting on that. We need more mob. Hopefully that other 99.9 gets in there, let's see. What? No. I'm listening way too much. This is way too much. I listen to this way too much, and I'm like, this should at least be like top 20, not 6. Come on, guys. Yes! Oh, the rumbling! By the way, I think people are kind of underappreciating Attack on Titan. It's a good show, by the way.
I mean, it's a good show, but I haven't finished it yet. You know?
Oh, it's a flow song. It's a flow song, but it's sign, not colors. Oh, don't tell me Goat's in the top 2.
My friend who is a Naruto fan would love
it. I fucking knew it! What, top 3? Freaking Apothecary Diaries top 3? Oh my god. Okay, you all know some taste here, guys. Congrats, by the way. Amazing taste. Oh, Idol number 2.
I was heavily considering it. Too.
I have an idea why. You freaking weebs.
The song's kick-ass.
And number 1 is Black Clover. Okay, interesting.
I
think he hasn't watched the show.
I haven't, but at the same time, really? No Garenge? No Tank?
No Tank. Oh, that's a big
surprise.
No Tank at all. And not even freaking Samurai Champloo. What the fuck, guys? Oh my god.
Are you kidding me?
Okay.
You guys never watched the classics?
Look back at the demographic again. I told you that it was for the newer generation of anime fans. Samurai Champloo came out in the 2000s and Cowboy Bebop came out in 1997.
It's understandable, but explain Neon Genesis Evangelion beat.
It's a classic. Everybody who's anybody knows about Evangelion. So
Cowboy Bebop's a classic too.
I mean, yeah, that too, but then people didn't vote for it. I mean...
Explain that.
I mean, okay, so Residence didn't make it. Mugen didn't make it. How the fuck do you not put Mugen in the freaking openings? Are you idiots? Are you stupid?
Are you crying right now because no Garenge?
No Garenge, but Omid, you have 3 out of your picks make it in the list. Yeah. I only have 1 that made it in the list. I'm like, wow, Residence didn't make it. Paper Moon was better than Residence. And I'm like, what?
So, technically, I win. But at the same time, I kind of don't because 38, what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like, you put Colors by phone, freaking 38? Are you serious? Okay. No, I'm sorry, but unacceptable.
So, from the results that came out, what can you sum up when it came to the people who voted in this poll?
This list is garbage. I'm sorry, but no. This list is hot garbage, all no taste.
Like, I have a feeling there's a bunch of Attack on Titan, Naruto, Gintama, Haikyuu fans that voted the heck out of their picks. And us that are like underdogs picking up like anime that they have never heard of before ended up like getting like shafted in the list.
Yeah, it's
having no Cowboy Bebop, having no K-On! Song in this. I find that surprising.
Makes me wonder if Mob Show had done a list based on his own ranking. Makes you wonder how he would have ranked it.
Oh, speaking of which, he did make his own.
All right, here we go. It's time for Mob Show to show you how it's done.
All right, Mob Show. This is your bias, by the way, and I have a feeling there's a lot of Mob Psycho in this one.
Watch a Mob Psycho opening be number 1. It's gonna be number 1.
Let's load it up, shall we? So this is Mob Show's 100, by the way.
He's about to show y'all how it's done.
It just a heads up 6 months ago, so there's some openings that will not make it into the list, so just a heads up. All right, so this is his top 100. Or their top 100. I don't even know who the gender is.
It's safe to say there.
Okay. So, Akiba made this is their particular opinion, by the way. Oh, you know what? We never had March come in like a lion have an opening. Wow,
he ranked Colors higher. Hopefully, well, but
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, he got copyrighted for Classroom with the Elite. Okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, we can't hear that song.
It explains it.
Yeah. Why do you keep getting copyrighted? What?
Okay,
that's too low. That's too low. That is way too low. That is way too low. At least the audience knows better about Kaguya-sama. I actually never heard of this show. Shoot. Just remember, he also is a big anime fan himself. So, also to be fair, he might be. Oh, huh?
Really?
A Mob Psycho opening.
Are you kidding me? This is Mob Show we're talking about. Mob Show.
Mob. You're not even picking.
You reckon this is 95? Are you kidding me?
Interesting.
Really?
Oh, redo. Okay, they kind of did it at the same time.
Okay, you don't deserve to be called Mob Show anymore. Just kidding.
Okay, let's see what other animes here. Okay, that's fair. It didn't even hit the top 100 of the audience list, so a really good opening, by the way, for Haikyuu. Horimiya again. Okay. You're just hoping your pick actually goes higher than what was it again?
38.
38. Okay.
Higher than 38. Let's go.
Right, let's see.
If it's 37 though, I'm still call bullshit. Just say. Watch it be 37. I'll be like, okay, that's all.
Out of High School. I don't know if you guys watched that. I haven't seen it, so good song, by the way. Oh, I have to watch this, by the way. Made in Abyss.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I've seen it. It's pretty amazing.
Amazing or sad? Because I heard it's sad too.
I tear it up a bit.
Tear it up a bit. How did that not make the top 100, you guys? You freaking audience don't know Steins Gate? Amazing show.
But yeah, how much Dr. Pepper you drank?
I mean, thanks to her, I drink a lot, okay? So, also, that never got the top 100 list, by the way. I think that was a little bit better than The Day.
No, but I'm waiting for opening 3 to be ranked higher.
How is this not in the top 100? Parasite? What the hell? Isekai Ochi-san, uncle. Okay. Heard it was good according to my roommate. I'm like, guess I don't care about that show. Here's my thing now. Really put a K-On song in here, please. What period? Period was higher. Period was higher in the audiences.
List,
yeah.
Like, does he not care about this one?
Nobody picked this up. Nobody put Madoka Magica at all. Thank you for knowing the greatness that is Madoka Magica.
Okay, so Mob Show is showing he at least has some taste.
He's got taste. I heard this was good too. Actually, the opening is good. Just the opening. Yeah. Ippo. You said you've watched this show apparently.
I watched Ippo, but I haven't got to that point yet.
But it deserved, right? It should be in the list at least.
It deserves it.
It didn't get in the list at all for the audience's list.
Yeah, I have no idea why. It's just
tasteless people.
Y'all have trash taste. Get it?
We're not a trash taste podcast. We can't say that. I'm sorry, Garth and Sea-Dog.
And Joey the Anime Man.
Yeah, he's cool too. Psychopath. Okay, so Psychopath was higher in the top 100 list, in the audience's top 100 list. Okay, 78, 77. Whoa!
No.
How did the audience not put this in? How did the audience not put this up?
The audience has no taste, first of all. Second of all, Mob Show, how do you put it 77 not higher?
Oh, you're now judging his taste now.
Yeah. Like, Mob Show's list so far is just bad, not worse.
I don't know. College is still not in the top 70. How did people not do Go, huh? How did you all not put Go?
Like, my friend, who is a Naruto fan, who went to the folk... I met her at the folk concert. Mm-hmm. We formed a friendship. Since she would love it. She loved it.
Thank you. Somebody recognizes Yuri on Ice. The greatness that is Yuri on Ice.
Yeah.
Did it deserve Anime of the Year? No. But still great.
I mean, the opening is the best thing about it.
History Maker? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Grand Blue? Okay. It's pretty much a diving anime. I don't know if you guys like diving.
I'm not much for snorkeling or scuba diving myself, so.
No! Oh my god,
Anything to say about this being ranked in 71?
How does this not get a top 100? How do you not recognize Anohana? It's so sad! It's so sad! Thank you, Mob Show. Thank you, Mob Show, for actually recognizing Anohana. Oh. So we have a failed night, okay. I mean, I still can't believe you still haven't watched Anohana, by the way.
Yeah.
Just remember, you have to bring tissues, okay? Realize, okay. Okay, still looking good for Omid, because he's really hoping Code Geass doesn't hit the top 60 or something.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, Mad
Kid.
Mad Kid, okay.
I really like this opening.
I think it deserves it. It deserves it.
It deserves to be higher.
Higher.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it deserves it around 67. Cheat skill. I don't know. You don't have Dandadan's opening apparently. Okay, we can't put that here. Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's too recent. It's too recent.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Toradora. Hell yeah.
Oh man.
You know what though? I give you props, Mob Show, for recognizing Toradora. At least this is higher than 100.
Yeah, see, Mob Show knows what's up. Like,
yeah, I think his taste is not questionable to me. His tastes are good. We never got One Punch Man.
63, really?
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, you want it higher?
I want it higher. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll prefer it higher, but at least be proud it's on the list compared to the top 100 of the audience. Yeah. Oh, there was no Buddy Girl Senpai either. Did you guys not hate? Did you like Bobby Girl Senpai? Oh, really good one here.
I hate this show, but the opening's not bad.
The opening is a classic though, and by the way, one of the rare English songs too. Higher. I think it's higher for Naruto Shippuden. Higher. I definitely love Inferno. I know Jerry loves this show. I just don't know, like, if it's worth watching. It's a Yuri like mech show, by the way.
Yoasobi, I like that. Yoasobi.
Yeah, they sing the opening.
Yes.
Let's see. Good song. Aoha, right? Yeah. Higher. Oh, I love this song for Jujutsu Kaisen. Specials. Really one of my favorites. Yeah, for real. Okay. That's a classic, by the way, for all animes. Oh, no, higher.
Much lower.
Higher. What the fuck?
See, the other list ranked it much higher than this one did. So the audience knows this show more better than
at least it's better.
Show.
That should be higher. What the hell?
Really?
Chainsaw Man?
Come on.
Wow.
At least that other list ranked this much higher.
Yeah, at least it made it like top 15. Wow! Wow!
The Mob Show list is officially much worse than the other one. Like this is
Idol is 2 on the top 100 on the audience top 100.
His list is worse than the other one. Can you believe it?
Is this better? No, I think Idol was better than Midnight Circulation. I actually love this song, by the way. But shoot, sorry. Vinland Saga, okay. Idol didn't make it. Interesting.
Copyright.
He got copyrighted. Either way, Idol just didn't make the list of the top 50.
Wow. 52? Are you kidding me? This list officially sucks.
Just his reaction out of that.
The only way you can redeem it is if you have colors in top 10.
We'll see. Hopefully. You all don't recognize freaking Black
Really?
Lagoon. Wow.
Not even top 30? Shame on you all.
Wow.
Shame on you.
Well,
Mob
even
Show.
the audience is worse.
Shame
The
on
audience
you,
is
Mob
worse.
Show.
They didn't put it on the list. Oh, interesting. This
Really,
should-
audience? You didn't think to put this
Yeah, they
there?
could have put it on the list. This should have been on the list.
Yeah.
March comes in like a lion. Okay. I'm surprised about that. The Promised Neverland didn't really get that high in the audience list.
Yeah.
It's a really good opening. Oh, 45.
See, at least Mob Show recognizes this opening. The audience didn't even recognize Grinch, which is it's goated Demon Slayer opening. Come on. Grinch is best. Grinch is best.
Right. Oh, I love this song too, Hell's Paradise. Actually, we gotta get Hell's Paradise recognition, so that's good. Oh no, I hated this anime.
You hated it?
I was not a fan. I literally watched like 2 episodes and I just dropped it. Ooh, Barakamon! Such a classic anime. Oh my god. Really good. If you like slice of life animes, this is definitely one of them.
Yeah, I see.
Inuyashiki? Okay.
Inuyashiki.
It's not Inuyasha.
Inuyasha?
It's not Inuyasha.
It sounds like Inuyasha.
It's not
but-
Inuyasha. Get out of here. Okay, at least he made it higher for Death Parade. I'm okay with that. He made it higher. Ooh, that's a classic. Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he got copyrighted. I'm like, no. Really good song, by the way. Ooh, Miyabi. Okay. Good song.
37.
Wow, 37. This is 37.
Oh my God.
That was 3. That was 3 from the audience.
Mob Show, I guess, is not as bad.
That's fine with me. That's fine with me. I think it should deserve like at least top 25 for Be a Flower from Apothecary Diaries. Okay, bye, see everyone. Bye bye. Wasn't this like top 10?
It was top 10. Yeah.
Was this top 10? It is 35 for Mob
10,
Show.
yeah.
Interesting. Mob Show. It's a good song, by the way. Ooh, Fairy Tale. This is a good Fairy Tale opening.
Fairy Tale.
Yes. Bye, back on. Can't wait.
On.
They should perform more anime. JoJo.
Diamond is unblinkable.
It's a different opening though. It's not the. Yeah, there you go, Chase. Oh, thank you for making it go higher than where it was before.
Yeah, where it was before was much lower.
Spy Souvenir is a really good song. Oh, Spy Family. Okay, they made it higher for Zone 100. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
At least Mob Show recognizes what's up when it comes to Zone 100.
Such a good, just a good song, by the way.
Yes.
My Hero Academia 30th. Hey, at least if a Polaris there, it's a good opening too for
Sorry
My Hero.
no Uteba. Sorry no Uteba.
Okay, let's see if that goes there. But Polaris got a good rank for 30. I haven't seen Evolution, but I heard it's good. So we're now in the top 20. We're now in the top 30 here. So, I mean, if you're thinking about colors, there's a good chance. Oh, yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I'm so glad.
Thank you. See, Mob Show has a good taste. Why didn't you put the damn top 100 audience? God damn. Okay, DBZ fans, you got this. Okay, if anything, this is like, I think, the first top 130 DBZ like song in their list and stuff. Yes, Spy Air.
All right. We're entering the last fourth of this list.
Was it?
We're entering the last fourth of the list.
Top 25 now in my
Top
world.
25.
Hey, Rookies is punked. That's a good opening too.
Yeah, I like Rookies' Punch, so yeah.
Oh, dude, this song is amazing.
I love Overworld, so I'll take your word at that.
Dude, Blood Plus. Dude, Blood Plus is a really good show. Also, okay.
I remember you were into
I'm
it.
liking the taste. I'm liking the taste. Thank you. This is a great opening, by the way. Guilty Crown. Anime sucks, but the opening is so good.
Yeah.
Anime opening is so good. Oh, he made it lower.
Whoa.
Huh. Evangelion is 22.
He went against the grain.
I don't know about your taste here, Mob Show.
That's all I'll take there.
Fairy Tail really going to 21. Interesting. I'm kind of wondering about this now. I'm really wondering about this. See, that was number 1 for the audience, and he put it 20.
All right.
So, chances are pretty high here.
If Coach is not there, then the audience list wins.
Oh, Rainbow. Just remember, there's a lot of anime out there, so I don't know what his taste of anime is, though. That's a question. Bleach, okay. And no melody.
I like Sid, so bonus points for that.
Okay. Obi, your chances of colors right now a little bit low here.
We'll see. We'll see.
Let's see. Kitaroro, okay.
I like Doro. I love its opening, so I'll give it that, I guess, yeah.
Let's see.
I've seen Doro. It's pretty epic.
Gintama again for 16. Spy Air. 15.
What's number 15?
Oh, this is a good opening, too.
Bonus points for being by Creepy Nuts.
Yeah, good show, by the way. Call the Night.
This looks interesting. I should probably see it.
Oh, High School of the Dead.
Yes,
That's
yes,
a classic.
yes.
That's a classic.
So glad it's there.
Ooh.
So glad it's there. In top 20.
Top 14, though?
Top 14.
Okay.
It's that good.
There should be a better Fire Force song. I thought Inferno was better. Aimer. Okay. Oh, there it is!
Yes!
There it is.
The Mob Show list wins! The Mob Show list wins! Number 12, let's go! Woo!
Yeah, his favorite opening is now.
It's high enough! It's high enough! I'll take 12. I'll take 12. Maybe not top 10 or not to be top 10, but 8. I'll at least take top 20. Yes!
He got it. He got it.
Woo!
Top 12. Jujutsu Kaisen getting top 10 though. Okay, so you now are liking Mob Show.
Yes, Mob Show's list is infinitely better. Infinitely better. He's showing what's up. Thank you.
Bleach change. Okay, I'm surprised they don't have the first openings like Detect No Life or Asterix for Bleach.
Yeah.
What the heck, Mob Show? Go for the old classic.
Where's
Bleach.
Ichiro no Hana?
That one. Yes. Oh, at least they got Chichi Bang Bang. Let's go. Love this song. Oh,
I want to do the dance.
yeah, do the dance. It's really fun.
How's the show too?
Hey, I did say Domikano. It it deserved top 10. There you go.
Grinch.
It already got announced.
It was already there.
Yeah, we got announced.
All right.
Kaguya-sama. Wow. Daddy do better than
Tank.
It gotta be in there. It's gotta be in there. I don't know if the chances are low now. Ugh.
Tank.
Chances are low. I mean, Evangelion was in the top 25. Come on, so yeah, looking good.
I was just right. Mob Psycho opening is gonna be number 1.
Ugh.
A Mob Psycho opening is gonna be number 1.
I feel like it is. Ranking of Kings. I like that song, but it got 90 from like the audience. I do it! Yes! Attack on Titan! It also was, I think, like top 5 in the audience's openings. Wow, Fate Stay Night.
Well, what's gonna be number 1?
I don't think it's Tank.
Of course, it's not gonna be Tank. It's gonna be something else.
Chances are low right now. It's Naruto. Oh! Okay, I like it. It's flow.
It's a flow song, so
yeah, I'll put flow for that.
You know what? Since it's a flow song number 1, I'll take it.
So that was it. That was the top 100. Okay, so now we have a big question to ask. Which list is better, Mob Show's or the audience's list?
Mob Shows, infinitely better. Yes,
infinitely. It can't just be just because of Code Geass, man. It can't just be just because of Code Geass.
Well, not only that, but also Signed by Flow is number 1, so you already got a Flow song that's number 1. That's already a victory in and of itself. And also, there are also some openings that Mob Show ranked higher than the audience did.
Yeah, the audience even put it in their lists.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are you kidding me, guys? Do you not know what like great openings are? I'm surprised about Mob Show too. Mugen is not even a part of it either. And I'm like, really?
Yeah, and also Mob Show put in the Gurren Lagann opening, whereas the audience didn't.
Yeah, I know that too. So, yeah.
Mob Show also put Garenge while the audience didn't. You see a pattern there?
Yeah, there's that too. I don't know about why they didn't put Cowboy Bebop. Again, it's a newer generation of anime fans, so that's why they didn't have like the old openings for like, for example, Dragon Ball Z. They did have a Dragon Ball Z opening in that list.
And here's the thing: not even Mob Show ranked Tank anywhere for some reason.
Yeah.
Now Mob Show himself did.
I'm just surprised. Like there's some openings that never make it. K-On! Didn't even make the top 100 for both of them. I'm like, I guess you're all haters of K-On! I also Mob Show's list didn't have My Soul Your Beats, and I'm surprised about that too. Even Samurai Champloo. I guess nobody cared about Samurai Champloo. Oh my god.
I'm surprised that the Mob Psycho opening didn't rank it as number 1 because it's called Mob Show.
I know. Well, he put Mob in his list, but he did put Naruto Shippuden Signed by Flow as number 1, and I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's pretty much it when it comes to our openings. I hope you guys like our reactions and stuff, but apparently the audience loves. What was number 1 again? Oh, Black Clover. Black Clover as number 1 as their list.
Yeah, and the reason why I feel like the reason I feel Mob Show's number 1 is better is not just because that audience that was Black Clover and this is Naruto. This is like the artist of the song.
Well, he did put Idol as 52. So
yeah, I think that's the part where the audience is much better than Mob Shows. Is that why the hell would you put Idol at 52? Come on.
Look, the audience makes sense because a lot of people were huge into Oshinoko, and
Including
that was
myself,
the big open.
yeah.
That was the big opening for that time too. So
like I can understand if you're not as big into Oshinoko as the others, but Mob Show 52 really?
Yeah, I don't know. That's their opinion about that, but yeah. Do you not recognize Soul Eater Mob Show?
Yeah, where's Resonance?
Like even the audience didn't put Resonance. I'm like, you're kidding me? It's such a great
Resonance
opening.
wasn't in either list.
I'm so pissed. Like what the fuck? This should be. I mean, like I understand. Like Mob Show does have like over 20,000 subscribers on his list, but like. There could have been better. Audience could have done better when it comes to their list. I mean, there are some picks that does deserve the top 10, but I feel like Mob Show's top 10 definitely is higher. Look, like Black Clover ain't bad. Like I think it should deserve like top 20 than top
Yeah.
10. But what the audience did put it as number 1, which I thought was like weird. Yeah, I mean, I do think Mob Shows is a little bit better than audience in my case.
Yes, so we both agree.
We both
Mob
agree.
Shows is better.
Yeah, Mob Shows is a little bit better. But
Yes.
if you wanted to say which ones are the better ones, Mob Shows or the audiences, feel free to comment down below which one's better. But that was a fun night. Just reacted to all the openings.
Oh gosh, yes. We needed a big anime themed event like this because it's been a while since we've done an anime oriented event.
We need more anime
here.
stuff. I mean, like Mob Show, by the way, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do, because they have so many amazing like anime games to check out. Like save one anime song or pick what. Like they even have actual quizzes too. Like who's this character? Like what anime is this based off the first 10 seconds. You know, they even do like versus things as well, like what's the best song for My Hero Academia, what's the best song for you know, Fate series, Jujutsu Kaisen, etc. So yeah, please subscribe to the Mob Show. We have like all the links down in our description, so please check it out. Mob Show, thank you for like providing this, by the way. This is awesome just to see what everybody's saying and having chaos come to our podcast tonight.
Yeah, it's a quick activity we like to do after we're done recording. We like to put on a bit of Mob Show.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And that's why I was saying Mob Show is just awesome. Anything else before we close the podcast tonight?
Another much I want to say is that I'm forecasting there's going to be more Mob Show videos coming in the
Something
future.
tells me Dan Dan is gonna be in next year's like top 100. Just wait.
Yes, and I am all in for it. Let's go.
I don't mind it. Dan Dan is awesome just because Creepy Nuts just makes an amazing song, and they're like really high up on the list now. So
Oh yeah, Creepy Nuts makes some bangers. Like not just that, but also Ring Bamba, Ring Bamba, Ring
I mean,
Bamba.
at least they put those openings in the list. So there's that.
Yeah, and also there's that third Creepy Nuts song that was. Also there.
Daten by Creepy Nuts for Call of the Night. Yes.
Yeah, I gotta see what Call the Night's about. Yeah.
It's a good show. It's a pretty good show.
Yeah.
Either way, like hopefully this also inspires you to watch more anime. There's some good anime out there, guys. Go check it out.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, and again, that's pretty much it for our episode here. Next week we're going to be off next Wednesday because we're going to be going back home to our parents for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Yeah, Thanksgiving break is happening up next week, so we're getting ourselves ready for Thanksgiving. We'll be back the week after for another new episode of the Anination Podcast.
Yeah, so we just want to say thank you all so much for watching, and also have a happy early Thanksgiving, and be sure to spend your Thanksgiving well with your loved ones, with food, football, friends, family, and all that good stuff.
Yep. All right, until then, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one. See you guys then. Later.
Have a good day.
Bye, guys. Did we do another mob show
Yes.
quiz? You want to do a mob show quiz later? Oh, man.